Hey everyone, before we get to the tier list, I thought it would be best to say that this is split into two parts. Part 1 will cover all SNES, N64, GBA, GCN, DS, and Wii Nitro tracks. And Part 2 will cover all 3DS, Wii U, 8 Deluxe City tracks, Total Nitro tracks, and RMX tracks. This is mainly due to one of my guests having to leave before we get to Toad Circuit, so I thought I would make two long videos rather than combining them to make one massive video. Also, I think I'll go over the rules before we start, so it's clear how I am doing this. I do explain quite clearly in the recording, and it's not exactly clear. I will not be factoring retro tracks into the ranking of the tracks. This is to make each track feel fair, as seeing Mario Circuit 3 to be remade 5 times with MC4 not once would be a bit unfair. Additionally, the arcade tracks will not be ranked in Part 2. I've only played one of the games like 6 or 7 years ago, and none of the GP2 tracks are even in the tier list I'm using. Also, some of the GP tracks are representing other tracks not in the tier list, like Mojo Drive, but those are only used in Part 2, so I'll just tell you then. I will, usually not to say otherwise, state my opinion on a track first, then allow my guests to take turns saying how they feel about it. This led to some very interesting but funny conversations and debates, so grab your popcorn and drink some water, because this is not your average Mario Kart ranking. Hello everybody, it is me the Queen, Promise here, and today I am going to be doing my every single Mario Kart track tier list. We're going to be ranking them all from when do these exist all the way to S+. So first of all, we have the Promise tier list. Now this will be just straight up my opinion. And then we have a combined tier list where we will all decide where the track should go. And by we, I mean these three people right here. We have Conspicuous, Aipom, and TAGS. They have all come with me to do this big journey through every single track in the series. We'll be doing actually, before I get into how this goes, let me actually undeafen and say hi to everyone. That'll be so cool. So, are we ready?
I think so.
Alright, so we're gonna be doing
I hope so.
Nitro tracks only. So retro versions of tracks do not factor into this opinion at all. So without further ado, let's just get straight into Mario Circuit 1. How do we feel about Mario Circuit 1?
I think like for the very first Mario Kart track ever, it's fine, but I just don't care much for it. That's my opinion.
Very true, very true.
Yeah, I would say that at best it is functional. It does exactly what it needs to do, but what it needs to do is not very much. I don't think it needs to rank very highly, but like I don't think anyone is really expecting otherwise. It's Mario Circuit 1, not much going on.
Yeah, I think you could put it in like I put it in like D tier.
I think personally it's a fine track. I would say nothing below C.
Okay, I think I will give it a bit of benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna put this in a C tier. I think that's where it will probably be. But where would you all put it if you had to choose a tier for it?
Like
I would put it in B. Yeah,
Alright,
I'll put it in B.
Okay.
I'd say either C or D personally, but I'm leaning more towards C.
Alright.
I think I'd also just put it in C.
Alright, so majority vote C. Yeah, C tier. There we go. Okay, now we have Going Up Plains 1. This is where things get interesting. I will start off. This track, it's nothing really that special. It's like, what do you want me to say about it? It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a track.
It's a track. It's definitely a track.
I would say the other planes are better for sure. Not saying much, but I think they're better.
Other two are definitely better. I was gonna put this in D
Yeah.
tier. I'm just gonna put it in D tier straight up.
Yeah,
It's harsh for me. I'd probably put it in C. Like, it's really not going anywhere else. Like, we say it's getting spicier, but it is called Donut Plains for a reason. But, like, I like what it does. It's another basic one to get you into the swing of things after Mario Circuit 1, and I at least have a little bit of respect for that. I think C tier is fair, for me at least.
Okay, so we have a D and a C tier. Where would you put the Aipom?
I could put in C. It's fine.
C.
It's an alright track.
Alright. Conspicuous. Where'd you put this?
I said D.
Alright, so we have like, I think, like 2 C's, 2 D's, so we're around that to just like C tier for now. Alright.
So we're just gonna do like
it's D for Donut Plains.
That is true.
That's actually true. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Just put in B for Donut Plains.
whatever. Whatever.
Okay, Ghost Valley 1. This is actually a track I should like more. Like, I think this will go in a C tier of Circuit 1. I think that's where it goes for me.
No. Honestly, that is a objectively wrong opinion. This one is much, in my opinion, is much better aesthetically. So I would put this in B tier.
Oh, okay. I just put it in here because of its simplicity, but also it does give you like a good feel for the Ghost Valley tracks, and it does give you the gimmick of the walls falling down at like the end here, especially. So that's why I do have a bit of respect for this track, but not much.
Yeah, I agree with the C tier placement as well. That's kind of what I was thinking. Ghost Valley is not one of my favorite track themes. It's just whatever for me. I don't know.
Yeah, to me it's also kind of just whatever track. But I do like the ghost theme. But
I will be a diehard B fan for Ghost Valley 1.
Majority says C, so we'll put it exactly where I put it.
Everybody just hates my opinions. You know? I have the correct opinions. Everybody else is objectively wrong.
With three SNES tracks in, nobody gives a shit for these tracks. Okay, I'm just gonna put it like that. Once we get like down the line, that's where things will get heated.
Are you arguing now? We have
things will spice up once we get to Super Circuit, but until then.
Speaking of
these tracks are so good.
We have like 7 more games to go through, and you're being mad now.
Okay.
Yeah. I played these tracks as a kid. These are banger tracks.
Oh, let's die, bro.
Okay. Bowser Castle 1. I mean, besides from like these two like long straightaways, it's kind of nothing. I guess it's kind of cool. You have this section which has these random gibbet bits for no reason. Then you have the jumps, and this is just basically where all the fun is at. Other than that, there's nothing really special. I'm actually going to put this in D tier, but I think that's where it goes.
I agree with D tier. I am not a fan of like the Bowser Castle tracks and the Mushroom or Flower Cup. I think Star Cup and especially Special Cup should be the home for these, and I'm not a big fan of Super Mario Kart and Super Circuit having ones in the Mushroom and Flower Cup. I think D is where I would put it as well.
I agree. I put that in D.
Yeah, I also put it in D.
Alright, do we vote above DP1 or below?
I'm saying below.
I would say below.
Below.
Oh, okay. I guess it's below.
But now we get to the shit. Mario Circuit 2 is a...
Whoa!
I'm gonna put this in A tier, honestly. This is an A tier track for me. I don't know what it is, but this track it feels so smooth. And I especially love the jump because it has like the ramp that you can do a little shortcut on, and that's so satisfying to pull off in this game. It actually feels so like rewarding for that cool shortcut. You have to give it its props. It's a decent track. It's actually really good for this game standards. I love Mario Circuit 2. I love Mario Circuit 2.
For this first part, I can't really give too much input since I have like negative experience with Super Mario Kart, except for like a few tracks. But I think it's a fine track. It has a jump, which makes it more unique, and that's literally about it. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Honestly, I think I would say I've probably played a lot. Maybe people could say the most out of Super Mario Kart because I owned an old Nintendo and I played it a lot because that was like one of the only things I had. So I'm gonna let my personal bias to say I didn't play this track that much, and I didn't think it was that good. I would put it in B.
Okay. Okay.
I think I would also put it in B. I do like the big jump. I do like how the turns feel and everything, but it is a pretty simple track, all things considered, and it's not that much theming wise. It's another Mario circuit, and in general, it's just yeah. I think B is fair. B is where I'd put it as well.
I am very fine with B. I just think that this track is very rewarding. With like its shortcuts, and it could be my 7 bias, but whatever. Mario Circuit 2 is coded. Okay, next is Choco Island 1, and I will say I predicted this track for Mario Kart X, Mario Kart 9, whatever you want to call it. But in all honesty, I really don't care for this track, like at all. I think it's like a fine track. It fits the Flower Cup, I guess, but I feel like I can only put it like I can only give it as props. Like it does nothing basically. It's just gonna go in detail. I'm just gonna forget it exists.
I this track is it's slow, and I don't like slow, so therefore I don't like it much or care for it much.
Another thing is
So
I'm not really talking about the song so far, but I think the Choco Island theme, it's bad. I think the main problem is that you can't hear the main melody over like the. Whatever. Let's get into someone else's opinion before I keep rambling. I'm stupid.
yes,
Alright.
I think for it being called Choco Island 1, I did not think of Choco when I chose this map. I'll be honest.
same.
This does not look like Choco. This I would say
This looks
it's
like
I would say I would say it's as simple as Bowser Castle 1, but it just looks less aesthetically pleasing, so I'm gonna put it below Bowser Castle 1 on D tier.
Alright, so we all fine to just chuck it here and call it a day. We don't want to talk about this track.
No, I have it in B tier. I really like this track.
Oh.
The turns feel really nice to take. I really like the Choco Island theme. Like as a layout and like with the music and also with like the design of it. I get the feeling of chocolate, and also I really like chocolate. I think it's B tier personally, but I understand where the complaints are coming from.
Okay, in that case, I think collectively we'll all bump it up a tier, but that's it. We'll just bump it up a tier. Okay.
I understand that, yeah.
Alright, next we have Ghost Valley 2, and this is another one which I feel is not really underrated, but much so as it's a bit better. It has a personality. I think it's decently challenging, yet still fitting for the Flower Cup, and for that I'm gonna put it in a solid B tier. I think that is where it belongs, and it's a good Ghost Valley track.
Yeah, I think it's definitely better, but only like barely. So I think putting it in like a tier above is fine.
I honestly think that B is a little bit too generous, and I would just put it in high C above Ghost Valley 1.
Fair
I was
enough.
gonna say the exact same thing actually. I have my Wii bias, but even then, I'm just not that big on the Ghost Valley theme, like I said earlier. Like it's just kind of whatever for me.
No,
I think C is fair,
I
but
think the Ghost Valley theme, especially like the song, like it gives me natural haunt. It's like a good spin on the Super Mario Bros. Ghost theme. I think it does it perfectly, but I can definitely see where you're coming from with this. Yeah. Okay. Ghost Valley 2. Not Ghost. We just talked about that one. Donut Plains 2. I mean.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it mixed up.
I like the
it's okay.
water. I like the
I don't have much
liquid.
to say about this one, honestly. You're fine.
It's just more donut planes.
Yeah.
You're about the same as one, so I'm just gonna put you there.
Just like
Yeah, I have it in C tier as well. If we were talking about retro tracks, I'd love to talk about the Super Circuit version, but unfortunately we cannot, so I will just leave it at C.
Fair enough. Alright. Alright, Conspicuous, do you have anything to say about Donut Plains 2?
Liquid.
crazy.
Okay,
Wow, what a statement.
I'm just gonna put it in the exact same place I put it, because I don't... Alright, this is actually where things might get a bit spicy. Because Bowser Castle 2, I used to have this, like, in the Why Do These Exist, like, the F tier. I used to have it around there. But recently, it's kind of persuaded. But I have been kind of warming up to this track. And it's not going to go up by much, but it's going to go in the C tier just above Mario Circuit 1. I think this track is fine. It's nothing special, but like the feather shortcut is definitely like after looking at it, it is much better used. I think this path, like I understand like this split path here. I understand that because of the feather shortcut, but this one is like what brings it down a little bit because it's just kind of pointless. But overall, it is a fine track, really. It does nothing bad. And that's what I have to say about it.
This is the first time where I'm gonna say you have an objectively wrong opinion on Bowser Castle 2. That is a banger of a track, all things considered. And I personally would put that in A tier.
Okay.
Wow. My vendetta against early cup Bowser Castle tracks continue. I'm gonna put it in D tier. I think it gets too much hate. There are people putting it at like the worst track in the entire franchise. I don't agree with that. It's not that
That's
bad.
just a wrong.
I like
That's
what it's
just a wrong
going for.
opinion.
I like what
Entirely
it's
just
going
a
for. I
wrong
understand
opinion.
what it's going for.
Yeah.
But I don't like it that much, and I think most of it does come down to Super Mario Kart controls, which is a factor here. I think if this gets remade in a future game and they like expand on the idea a bit more when transitioning it into 3D like they did with Bowser Castle 3, I think people like it a lot more. I think I would like it a lot more, but as it stands right now,
Absolutely.
not a big fan. D.
I'm just really good with the controls. I think that might be it because I used to play a lot of Bowser Castle 2.
Alright.
You know, I picked the game up in June, so
I picked it up back in like 2015 maybe.
Aipom, is there anything you would like to
Yes.
say?
No, there is not. I again just don't have any opinion.
Alright, we have... Okay, so in that case, I think we can all agree that, like, around... Like a mid-C tier is roughly where it would go to. I think.
I guess.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It deserves better, but all right.
You know what? Just because you said that, I'll put it with Ghost Valley 1. How about that? There we go.
Thank you.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, you may all know that I absolutely despise Mario Circuit 3 so much that
Oh, it's your favorite track.
yeah,
It's like
my
an S tier
absolute
track.
favorite
honestly.
track. I'm gonna put this in. Why did this exist? I think Mario Circuit 3 bad track. Like this harsh like 180 turn. Like that's just not fun to do in even any of the games. The shortcuts like they aren't they just aren't as satisfying to take, especially in this version. And it just actually annoys me how much this track is loved and why it was remade even 5 times. Like, what is so special about this? And I want to
It's
save
Mario.
my like more of an explanation till we get to the next Mario circuit because that's something to do with it. But oh, I can't handle this track. It genuinely annoys me so much. I do not like it. I do not like Mario Circuit
Wow.
3.
Very well said. I agree with most of that, but I don't think it's in why does this exist here. And I do have a theory about why it gets brought back so much. So, as I found out recently, apparently Mario Circuit 3 was like the first ever track developed in Super Mario Kart. So maybe that's why it keeps getting brought back so much. Because like technically speaking, it's the actual first track. That doesn't justify being good. I'm putting it in D tier. I'm being nice.
I think like just to piss off comments, I'd say put in S tier. But I was like, if I was actually being serious, to actually be serious, it's a nothing track. I don't care for it.
So like a D tier.
It's only funny to pick a Mario Kart Deluxe to piss off comments, but it's a D tier track. Any other circumstance.
Conspicuous.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest. In my time of playing this game, I don't think I've ever intentionally picked Mario Circuit 3 at all. I don't even know what this track is, but looking at it now, I think it is not that good. Even some people may even say terrible, so I would put that in F tier.
Alright, we have some good opinions. I think
Everyone is in agreement.
we
Let's
have
go.
2 D tiers, so I'm gonna put this in F tier overall, but still
Understandable.
a
Yeah.
W.
All right.
Okay, next we're gonna have Cooper Beach 1, and honestly, I like this more than Cooper Beach 2. Like, for the obviously we'll get to Cooper Beach 2 later, but I don't know, something about this simple circle, it actually makes me so happy, especially along with its music. I love the Cooper Beach theme. Anyway, for that, I will put this at the top of C tier, actually. I do quite like the Cooper Beach 1. I do enjoy it.
So I have a gripe with like the water in general in this game, but at least for this track and only this track, it's fine. It's really dumb because like in the water you can sink in it, but that's only like in the very center. So I think this one gets a pass. So and therefore I put it like bottom of B or top of C.
Yeah, I was gonna say C tier is reasonable. I like my beach tracks, but I also think I'm like way too picky with them as well because of that. But yeah, I think C is reasonable. I like the vibes and all that, but like it is kind of just a circle.
I'm just gonna put that there, by the way. So that's C tier is the Alright, Conspicuous, is there anything you want to say?
Personally, I would like to say that Koopa Beach is like, I would say my third, like in general the Koopa Beaches are probably my third favorite track in this game. I think I just love this track. I don't know why. I just love it. It looks great.
I think our general consensus like the beach themes are like some of the most like relaxing like songs, and that's why people like them more.
Mm-hmm.
So I do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw an opinion up in here. I honestly think that Koopa Beach is A tier.
Okay.
That's an opinion.
So we have like two C tiers, a flicker between B and C and an A. So I think I'll put this bottom of B. I think bottom of B is where it'll go in the combined tiers.
Sure. Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, Choco Island 2. Now I will say, like I think even with the tour version being there, I think this is the best version of Choco Island 2. Not that it's saying much, but I think like the jumps don't really do anything in this game. They're just kind of there to put your car in the air for a little bit. Well, I don't understand why it's there. And like, the big money section is just like kind of boring and annoying to go through. So for that, I'm gonna put this at the bottom of D tier, but it's not very different from Choco Island 1, I guess. Nothing's crazy.
Everything nice I had to say about Choco Island 1 does not apply to Choco Island 2. I think the giant puddle section is just like bad track design. The roads are way too skinny at certain points. I'm putting it in F tier. I think it's just bad.
Fair enough.
I also think it's bad. But I think I forgot to say the moles, like on the Choco Island maps, they just suck in general because they're really annoying. So I just not a fan of these Choco Island tracks. So it's either D or F, whichever.
Alright.
I think this track is like eating a hamburger, but then you like after they gave you your hamburger, they put like a cute little flag on it to like keep all the ingredients together to make it slightly more aesthetically pleasing. This is like if you put like a little bit more effort into Choco Island, and so I will give it like right above Choco Island 1.
Okay,
So C tier.
The general, I think generally it will come between donut puddings that, but yeah,
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, now we get onto my, honestly, I think, obviously it's not Vanilla Lake 2, but Vanilla Lake 1 does a very good job of introducing you to like the icebox gimmick, and I always have a soft spot for the Vanilla Lake tracks, mainly because people hate them so much, and like, oh, it's annoying, but I have seen quite a decent remake of Vanilla Lake 1, and if Nintendo like does that, does something similar, I will be so mega happy if this track gets brought back. I would prefer Vanilla Lake 2, but I really want to see Vanilla Lake 1 back. I think everything this track does is good, and for that, I'm gonna put that at the bottom of B tier.
Okay. I have some stuff to say about this track. This, in my opinion, this track is the equivalent of brushing your teeth and then drinking orange juice. I hate the Vanilla Lake tracks because it's like I'm in the corner of Super Mario Kart. This game just feels like slippery, and then you combine ice with it, and then you have the annoying icebox. This track is just not fun, and I think it is the worst
Hear me
tracks
out,
of
though.
Super Mario Kart.
Hear me out. I think this also goes for Super Circuit as well. I think games with already slippery slippery controls, I don't think the ice physics in the ice tracks do anything to affect that. I do not feel a difference at all. That could just be me, but I do not feel a difference at all.
Well, I'm not. I think who knows, but I'm not a Mario Kart expert, so it could just be me being bad. But I don't like these tracks at all. I really don't like them.
Alright.
Tags, before you get your opinion here, I would like to say something. Aipom, I don't think we can be friends after this because I love Vanilla Lake.
Okay.
Like it's an unconditioned. It's like a high love. Like I will die staying by Vanilla Lake. I love this track so much.
Yes.
And personally, I think it's a beautiful, well done, snow-themed map. I think this is an S tier map.
S tier. Okay.
I think it's S tier.
Well, I don't know
Okay,
about.
well, I guess I can't be friends with you either.
I love this track. This was my childhood joy.
Okay. I'm gonna put it in F tier. It is Ice Circle. That's really it. It is just Ice Circle. Would like to see a remake of it eventually, like probably next game. But I really just not a big fan of the ice physics, and I'm not a big fan of the ice blocks, but I do like them more here. I will say that because they actually feel avoidable.
You guys should get better at these tracks.
Well, I'm sorry. I played good Mario Kart games. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is a good Mario Kart game.
Compared to the others,
It's Ice Circle. It is Ice Circle. That is main reason.
Listen, I don't want to say like my ranking all the Mario Kart games yet, but I mean, compared to a certain game, I guess it's better than that. Anyway, I think so we have like an F tier, a D tier, a B tier, and an S tier. I think that I don't want to be biased. I think it will go. I think we're just gonna go more towards the harsher side, and I think we'll put it like smack down in the middle of C.
No, can we at least make it? Can we at least make it better than Ghost Valley 1?
fine.
And can we at least make it better than Bowser Castle?
Okay, no, we're stopping there. Alright, now we get on to Bowser Castle 3, and I think it's not much of a shocker if I put this in, like, the bottom of A tier. I think...
Oh, I completely agree.
Yeah, I think Bowser Castle 3, like, again, ignoring, like, the massive, like, Tour 8 Deluxe remake it got, I think this Bowser Castle does everything right, especially with the two thwomps at the end. I think that is a a fantastic ending to the track, and like even these like kind of long-ish straightaways don't even feel that boring. The track just does everything right, especially being a Bowser's Castle. So we definitely appreciate this track being in the game.
Personally, I think A tier is a disservice to the track. I think it is S tier. I think it is a wonderful track to play.
Hey, that's
Beautiful.
fair enough, honestly.
I was actually gonna put it in B tier, but like I do really like it. I like all of the alternate routes at certain parts, and it feels really good to play. But I think B tier is where I would put it personally. I do have like, I guess maybe it is just a skill issue on this one. I don't know, but I think B.
All right. Okay. Aipom, anything you want to say?
I'm fine with the I think it's a fun track. It's the best Bowser Castle, definitely. So like B or A is a fine place.
Alright, I think we'll put it in A tier overall then. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Now we go to Mario Circuit 4. Now, you
Wow.
might,
What a cool track.
shut up. Okay, you might think I also don't really like this track because it's similar to Mario Circuit 3, but I actually much more enjoy this Mario Circuit. I think actually this track is what Mario Circuit 3 should have been, and like, I don't understand why they made this and then made this, because this track, like the turns, like while they are quite difficult at first, they feel so satisfying to pull off, unlike Mario Circuit 3. And for that, I'm actually going to put this at the top of B tier. I think Mario Circuit 4 is like not quite the perfect Mario Circuit, but like still like a fun and challenging one. So I really want this track to be remade. I want to see it remade.
Yeah, no, I agree with all of that. It just feels so much better to drive on. All the turns feel so much more natural. Mario Circuit 3 really does feel like the beta version of that, which, again, if Mario Circuit 3 was the first track of Super Mario Kart, then, like, yeah, literally it is. Yeah, I think B tier is the perfect spot for it. It just feels so much better, and, like, the hazards on Mario Circuit 4 feel so much more, like, in your face compared to 3, and I really like that as well.
It's just my Mario Circuit. I don't really have an opinion on it. It's just Mario Circuit, but again, with more turns. I don't really know what to say.
I think personally, it's a less interesting Mario Circuit. It's less interesting than Mario Circuit 2, but definitely more interesting than Mario Circuit 1. So I would put it low B tier.
I think I will literally put it low B tier. I think everyone's fine with that.
Sure.
Alright, hold on. Okay, so next we have Donut Plains 3. This track is, I mean, it's better than the other two, definitely. But I think the Donut Plains have a curse of just not being that memorable. Like the cool jump you do is cool, but like that's all this track has really going for it. So I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of C tier because while it is better, it's nothing that I appreciate.
Again, no thoughts really on this track.
It is just
I actually will say, when coming to this game, I played the other two versions of it in Super Circuit 8/8 Deluxe before it. And I was honestly really shocked when I came to this game and found out that this track in this game is mostly just more Donut Plains. I think it's C tier. It is like maybe by not much my least favorite, but like it's still C tier. They're all in close proximity to each other.
Yeah.
Water.
Okay,
So,
that
it's
means
crazy.
I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of C tier. Like I did for my. No.
Yes, more liquid.
More liquid. Okay.
More liquid.
I will say this track is worse than Ruby 1. That is for sure.
Yes.
I just don't like the very hard to see holes like in the middle of the track. I really do not like that. I just think this track is not that fun to play, so I'm just gonna put this in put it like there. I don't really have much to say about it, like at all.
Yeah, I think D tier is about where I'd put it as well. I don't really know what it is about this track, but I do not like driving it very much, and I could not tell you why. It's just not fun for me.
Okay, I'm just
Water.
okay.
That's
But
crazy.
bad water.
Bad waters.
Okay,
Well spoken.
I'm just gonna put
Very
it
well
at
spoken.
the top of D tier. This is a very interesting conversation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Water.
Ghost Valley 3 is not better than 2, but I say it's on par with 2, and I definitely like the holes that you like to avoid. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. It's a good track. It's just like on par with Ghost Valley 2, and I don't really know. So yeah, that's all I have to
It's a
say.
fun.
It's Ghost Valley 3. I want to get to the other 2 tracks already. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fine.
I like this track. I think this track it's like a difficult track, but it's not too difficult to that point where you have to like memorize every single turn and every single shortcut to get through it. I think it is a very enjoyable, difficult track. I think it is a solid B tier.
I'm gonna give it C. Like I said, like I don't really have very strong opinions on the Ghost Valleys. Like all of them are like right next to each other on like my Super
Yeah.
Mario Kart ranking. The only thing I want to address is the no feather shortcut allegations. In the top right, there is a feather shortcut that you can take. It's hard to notice, but it is there. That is all I have to say.
Yeah, I don't have much opinion from this
Yeah. Where should we put this? Where do you think Ghost Valley 3 belongs?
one. This is like the
I
most
said
mid
C.
track.
I would say a B.
I think like the middle of C. Is
I would say better than Ghost Valley 1.
I think
had
I'm
to
just
agree on
gonna
something.
put it there. I think that's where I would put it.
Reasonable, yeah.
Okay. Next we have Vanilla Lake 2.
Okay. Before you say
Okay.
anything, before you say anything regarding Vanilla Lake 2, I
Okay.
would like to put this before you say anything. This is my favorite Mario Kart track in this entire game. So
Okay.
be very careful with your
Yes!
words.
Okay.
Okay.
Vanilla Lake 2.
I'm gonna speak now.
Between Mario Circuit 2, Mario Circuit Bowser Castle 3, Vanilla Lake 2, and Rainbow Road, I always I don't know which one's my favorite. Like they are all in A tier for me. I just cannot decide on an order because I thought Vanilla Lake 2 it has the perfect you have 2 paths at the bottom here. You can take like a faster but risky path, or you can just go the slower path, but it's much safer. But then with the slower path, you also have the challenge of the ice blocks that you have to avoid. I think that's just such perfect game design, perfect track design. I love this Vanilla Lake and this track in general. If I had to make a decision now, I'd say that it is worse than these two. But basically on par. I think all 4 of these tracks are basically it looks like that basically. I think that is
Promise.
yeah.
Why is Vanilla Lake 2 the lowest out of the 4 favorites?
Because
I'm
Okay.
gonna need that to be higher than Mario Circuit 2.
Okay, no, listen.
I'm gonna need that.
So
I am going to need that.
I think we could talk about these two at the same time. So, Vanilla Lake 2, I feel like is perfect, like within itself. Rainbow Road is like the most iconic track of all time. I think that is like a given. And but like these two, I feel like are not unique, sure, but they definitely like they have a gimmick that I just feel like describes them so well. If I'm gonna be honest, I think Bowser Castle 3 is better than Mario Circuit 2, but I think if I had to pick, this would be it. This would be it.
Promise. This tier list is ruined.
Oh,
If
you know what?
Vanilla Lake 2 is not put higher than every other track in this game.
Oh my
I would like to
god.
get
There's literally a gigantic lake in Vanilla Lake.
I would like to say my opinions on Vanilla Lake 2.
First, we have to
Oh.
wait until the tier list is fixed to its perfection, aka
Oh.
Vanilla Lake is the best track.
I don't care.
I
I'm
want
gonna say
no
my
objections. Promise, please move that track.
opinion.
Alright,
Can I at
so
least
wait.
say what I want to say?
Yeah, go ahead, Aipom.
No,
go
no,
ahead.
no, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to your tier list.
We're not
We're gonna go back.
We're not. We're gonna.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna leave it. You know what? Fine. Just to please you. Fine. I did it.
There we
Great.
go. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
would like
Okay.
to-
So
No.
Whoa.
We need to have the objective right opinion here.
All right, I
Vanilla
did
Lake
it.
2 is the best track.
I've done it.
to.
Okay.
It better
Aipom.
stay that way.
I want to say my opinion.
All right. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so remember my comment about Vanilla Lake 1? I was like eating, drinking orange juice, and then brushing your teeth. This is like if you had cinnamon to it. I think this is like the worst track in Super Mario Kart. It feels like terrible. It's just a giant crater of water, which is not fun. I think this is the worst track in Super Mario Kart, and you can fight me. I don't care what you say.
Preach. Yes, it is the absolute worst, and I hate the ice blocks in this one specifically because
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think I'm pretty sure I've heard somewhere that even like Tasses cannot avoid hitting those blocks. Literal like Dual Assistant speed runs my computer. Put it in F tier. Put it in F tier.
I want to.
You two don't understand the childhood joy that I had back in like 2015, where I got to ace this track without messing up once, and I saw my younger brother consistently fall into the lake and keep crying about it, and that was so fun as a kid. This is
so
the perfect track.
That is so.
I don't care what you guys think. This isn't just the S. This is just the S tier. This isn't just the S plus tier. This is like the tier above that, which I don't even know what it is, but it is a really, really good track.
I
I
think
find it so weird that this is these two are the controversial tracks of this game for us. It's the Vanilla Lakes.
Yeah.
I just find that so odd.
No, I
Okay.
always
Vanilla
knew,
Lake is good.
I always knew that people hated the Vanilla
Whatever you
Lakes,
say.
and I've never understood why people hate it. But I think we have two
Because of
haters
ass.
and two lovers, so I think it's literally average. We have to put it in average overall.
No.
I
I
know.
cannot let
Perfectly
these
balanced.
heathens
No
of
one.
Vanilla Lake 2 put this any lower than S tier.
Cry about
Perfectly
it.
balanced
Listen.
as all things should be.
Exactly.
Conspicuous. No one will be happy. We cannot sit in Vanilla Lake 2 for an hour. We still have the other 7 games to go through. Just accept it.
Yeah, it's been
And
40
Rainbow
minutes, and it's been 40
Oh yeah,
minutes.
we
and
still
we're on
have
the
Rainbow
first
Road to
game,
talk
so-
about. I've already put it.
I don't care about Rainbow Road.
Okay, great.
I care about Vanilla Lake 2 and
Okay.
how it has gotten worse than Mario Circuit 4, which is why.
Mario
No.
Circuit 4 is amazing.
I'll put-
Anyways,
Anyway,
This
Alright,
is
Rainbow
disgusting.
Road.
This is a horrible,
Alright, so
horrible
which
tier
one
list.
Of you two want to talk about Rainbow Road first? I think I've already given my opinion on Rainbow Road.
I'm not talking about any other track until we at least get into A tier.
I
Alright.
guess I can.
I'll talk about. Oh, you want to go ahead? Go ahead.
No, you can. It's fine.
Okay. I really like Rainbow Road. It's my favorite track from this game. I I don't know. I like the rainbow roads. I like the colors. I really like the super thwomps, as I recently found out they're called on this track. They're really great hazards, and it has like, yeah, I'd say B tier. I don't know. Super Mario Kart does not score very high with me.
Alright, fair
The
enough.
only thing I'll say about this track is that when I get hit by a super thump, it makes me have a seizure. But besides that, it's a fine track.
I honestly think that the thwomps I like how the thwomps I thought this is on every track if I'm not mistaken. But on lap one they'll just kind of sit in the air, so like you can remember where they are, but then on the next 4 laps that's when they become active and they'll become a hazard. And I think that is honestly such a cool way to implement thwomps, and especially for Rimba Road, it is implemented very well.
The
So yeah,
Bowser Castles also do this, but
yeah,
yes.
I know the Bowser Castles do it, but like Rainbow Road is
Okay.
you know, Rainbow Road. So,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I
Rainbow Road.
think do we
Whoa,
all
whoa,
agree
whoa, whoa,
if I
whoa,
put
whoa,
this at
whoa.
the top of B?
Oh my god.
I don't think we all agree on Rainbow Road.
Oh, okay.
What tier are you putting
What's
it
your
in?
opinion on SNES Rainbow Road?
I think I'm looking at Rainbow Road right now. I'm thinking back to why this 8-line track is considered a good track. And I don't know if this is just out of pure hate that Vanilla Lake 2 is a C tier or that I just don't like this track. This is not a good track. I think the other Rainbow Roads are very good. And I think this is a fine staple for them, but it's just not a good track. I'm putting this in Why Does This Exist?
What?
Thank you
Okay,
very
I
much.
don't think.
Oh,
No. Okay.
Now,
I'll be honest, this was gonna get a D tier, but then we had to dishonor my play Vanilla Lake 2
Okay.
like that. So
It's
I'm
all
putting this in
about
Why Does
Vanilla
This
Lake
Exist?
2.
everything comes back to Vanilla Lake 2. All right.
We're gonna be a fucking
I
like
think-
moving metal or something like. I'm still looking at Vanilla Lake 2. Grr. Okay, hold on.
No. I can't do movie metas like that, which we'll get to later. But I will
We'll
not
get too much
have
later.
any good intention to put this above Vanilla Lake 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Listen. I want you to think
well, I put
about
it in
this.
B.
Okay. Like, why the fact that I put this in, why do these exist? You do realize that if this track never existed, we would not have gotten Rainbow Road for every other game.
I feel like if they just pitched the idea in the next game about a Rainbow Road, we still would have been fine.
Okay, well, we have
Yeah,
I think we have like an A tier, 2 B tiers, and like an F. Why do these exist tier? I think.
Because my opinion is
no,
I
listen,
don't like this track.
just to appease the conspicuous, I'm gonna put it below Vanilla Lake 2. But that
Whatever.
Perfect,
Whatever.
perfectly
going.
balanced as all things should be. Even though Vanilla Lake 2 should
Alright,
still
so
be
now
S
we're
plus
gonna go
tier.
to the
Weird
Mario
that the
Kart
worst track.
64
Okay, never mind. We fixed
tracks.
it.
Alright, we're gonna go to the Mario Kart
Hey.
64
Whoa,
tracks.
whoa.
Oh my god.
I want to remind you,
No,
it
you
has
can-
been almost an hour, and we just moved on to the
And we've
64
gone through
tracks.
one game.
I'll make it 12 hours if we don't move Vanilla Lake 2 to S tier.
We're not doing that.
Okay,
We're not
so
doing that.
Luigi Raceway. Okay, I want to talk about this for Mario Kart 64. I think that Luigi Raceway and Moo Farm, they work perfectly for this game because they're simple tracks, and it has like kind of the complexity of the 64 like controls. So I do have a bit more of like a soft spot for them, but obviously not much to put them above C tier. I think Luigi Raceway will just go like there. Honestly, below Bowser Kart 2, I think that's where I'm gonna put it. But like, it's definitely like a decent like starting track, so you gotta give it props to that.
Yeah, I agree with most of what you said. It's a perfectly fine starter track. But, like, it's really not doing much like Mario Circuit 1. I think C tier is fair.
Again, I know we're not counting like the remakes, but Mario Kart 7 definitely
Mhm.
ruined this track because of its simpler controls. But yeah, I just want to point that out there.
Interesting take, but alright.
I
I think it's about the same there, but whatever.
think it's fine.
It better be worse than Vanilla Lake 2.
It's gonna
my
be
God.
worse than Vanilla Lake 2.
Oh my
No, just for that, you should put it
Ew.
above it. You should put it above it just for that. I'm kidding.
Your challenge. Do not talk about Vanilla Lake 2 for 5
Alright,
minutes.
we're gonna remove
Impossible.
We're gonna
Impossible.
remove Vanilla Lake 2 from my memories. It's gone. I think we're just gonna put Luigi
I will
Raceway.
never let you leave Vanilla Lake 2.
Oh my god.
Where do we think? Which two tracks do we fit Luigi Raceway in between? Do we think?
Like between, I think.
No, personally, I really think that it should be. I think it should be between Ghost Valley 1 and Mario Circuit 1. You know?
No, that,
Yeah,
no,
that's
that's
exactly what I was gonna say. Right above Mario Circuit 1 makes sense to me.
I also put that there, so fair enough.
Yo.
Okay,
We are so
next we
insane.
have Moo Moo Farm, and like I said, the simpler tracks do benefit from N64 controls. However, I will say the Monty Moles, I do quite like them. I like how they're on the inside lanes. So for that, obviously it is Moo Moo, so it will be a little bit biased. I think bottom B tier is where I'll put it.
I think this is a beautiful track because not only is it a good track itself, but it also paved the way for the beautiful track known as Moo Moo Meadows to come out.
Wow.
So I think this is a pretty good track. I would put this in B tier.
Okay.
I do also like this track. I think putting in B is fine.
Okay. I was gonna say C, but you know what? I think it averages out to B anyway, so you know what? I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
I think
It's
we're all
just
put
really
there.
simple, and yeah, it is a Moo Moo track. However, the Moo Moos are not on the track, so what's the point? What's
That
the
is
point
true.
anymore? But no,
You know
it's
what?
fine.
That is.
It's fine.
I mean, it's either
But they put a lake. They put a lake in Vanilla Lake 2, and apparently that doesn't matter, huh?
Okay.
We failed the
Next, we
do
have
not talk about
Koopa
Vanilla Lake
Troopa
2 for
Beach,
5 minutes
and
challenge.
Again, I know it might be my Koopa Troopa bias, it might be my beach bias, and it's combined in one, blah blah blah. But this actually might be like my third or second favorite track in the game. I love Koopa Troopa Beach. I'm gonna put it in S tier. I think the song is absolute perfection. I think the layout and like even the shortcut is satisfying. Like the turns attack's fine, the water is a cool gimmick, and the shortcut is cool to take. And just overall, it just makes me relax. Like no matter which version I'm playing, I'm always gonna have a good time on this track. So I have a soft spot for Koopa Troopa Beach. I love this track. Deeply.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. Yeah, it is. I have it in my top 3 of my personal 64 list. I put it in A tier, but I agree with a lot of what you said. It's very relaxing. I really like the shortcuts with like the ramps. They're really hard. I have not gotten them, but the fact that they're there and you can do them is really cool. Very relaxing. Great music. I think this is like the best example of the traditional beach track, in my opinion.
I like this track, but mainly because I played it in 7, I think. But I think it's A. It's a fine. It's a good track.
Okay, Conspicuous.
I think that the fact that there is water on this map and how it's a polar opposite to the peak map that is
Oh my
Vanilla
God.
Lake 2. I personally think that it should be as the same tier as Vanilla Lake 2, as if Vanilla Lake 2 should be an A tier, but I would agree that Koopa Troopa Beach is an
Okay,
A tier.
so I think we're all gonna just put it in A
Yeah.
tier. It's gonna be an A tier. Beautiful.
Respectable.
And then we're gonna go to the complete opposite of the spectrum. Calamari Desert. I do not like this track. I think, and I need to talk about pretty much all versions here. I think the most superior version is 7, but it's like on
Yeah.
par with 64, of course. They have the calming whistle, and like the music is just like what takes the cake here. But the gameplay is so unbelievably boring, and especially in the S4 version, it takes way too long to get through. Now, for the 8 Deluxe version, I think the gameplay is much improved. Obviously, you have the 8 Deluxe controls, but also the fact they go into the tunnel for lap 2, which also makes it shorter. Definitely a much better improvement, actually makes the train a hazard. However, the music for that track is, like, it's just not as good. It does not compare to the whistle. But for the 64 version, I think with it being the overall worst version, of Calamari Desert, it still has that peak whistle. I think it goes from like a D tier. Adding the music, it will go just above, just below Luigi Raceway. I think that is actually just below.
Yeah,
That is where it
C tier
goes.
is valid. C tier is valid. I have it right above Luigi Raceway, but that's fair. Although I will say, as a trumpet player, I am biased towards the 8 Deluxe music, but yeah, I think the original versions of this track without the lap change really don't work very well. Just the train really isn't much of a hazard, and when it is, it's really annoying. And without the train, it's just desert oval. That's about it.
I think C for calamari is it's fine to put it in C too.
Okay.
Yep, that's how the track is spelled. Yep.
Exactly. Definitely.
Alright, Conspicuous.
Sorry, what? I was busy on doing something. What track are we talking about?
Talking about
Calamari Desert.
I don't know. We'll put it in C tier, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Alright.
So
Wow.
I think we're okay. I think where do we put it in C tier? That is a question.
I have it like right above Luigi Raceway. I don't know if I agree with that anymore, but
I think
around there.
like above, like it's either right below or above Luigi Raceway. I think.
Alright, I think we'll just put them side by side for now. Just like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now we get to Toast Turnpike.
Post Turnpike.
You're not quite
Yeah.
why do you exist, but you still don't have to like.
Ooh.
I get the theme. Like it's meant to go for like a kind of like a highway vibe, but the amount of cars and like linear space it's just annoying. It's not fun at all. I do not like it. Do not like Toast Turnpike.
I don't find the traffic nearly as bad as you say it is. I found it to be pretty manageable, but overall it is just kind of a traffic cross in the shape of a figure 8. Definitely not going to get a hold of those anytime soon. I think I have it in C. Like it is the definition of whatever to me for this game.
It's like the 8 version definitely makes me like this track, but we're not talking about that. So like
I have the
this
8
track
version
as a whole,
spot.
it's just whatever this track.
Alright, so I think for now, like Conspicuous, what do you want to say?
I think this is a fine track. I think it's not that great. I think it's D tier.
We'll just put it solid D tier, I guess.
Yeah.
Frappe Snowland. Okay, now we're going good. We're going good here. I think Frappe Snowland is another track that makes me really happy, especially again with its music and like the overall vibe that this track has. I think it definitely gets boosted up for that. And the gameplay itself, I like the challenge of the snowmen in that one section, and the jump it's not anything special. The tunnel's kind of weird, but all in all, this is a very solid track. I'm going to put this the very top of B tier. I think that is where it'll go.
Okay. We're talking about Frappe Snowland still. I have it in D tier. I think I just don't like Heist tracks very much, but it's whatever. I don't really know, but I just don't like playing on it very much. But the atmosphere is kind of nice, and the snowmen are pretty neat hazards, but I don't know. I think with 64 controls, I'm not that big a fan of them.
Yeah, it's a fine track. Not much to say about it, except this is how snow is on the highway. But
This
it's a fun track.
this is where snow lives. That is true.
Exactly. But
I can
it's okay.
see like the hospital that he was born in this track.
Praise.
I'm back after my mini rant on why Vanilla Lake 2 is the best track ever.
Wrong track. We're on Frappe Snowland now. I don't know what Vanilla Lake 2 is. Could you please talk about your opinion on Frappe Snowland?
I don't think I like Snow's Land, you know? Snow's Land isn't the greatest. I prefer Vanilla's Lakes,
This is Snow. This is
It's the two.
This is like his home. This is where he was born. This is not his land. Anyway,
I think no. Here's the context. Vanilla Lake
Okay,
2
but I'm
ran
just
them
gonna
over.
put this
They
up,
had
like,
the correct opinion of Vanilla
the
Lake
top
2.
of C
So
tier.
then
I think
Snow got
this is
adopted into
general.
Frappe Snowland because that was the closest thing they had to snow.
Next we're gonna go to Choco Mountain. We'll come back to Frappe Snowland in a second. But I think that Choco Mountain is, English version is superior, but this is a fine track. It's nothing crazy. I think this goes just above Vanilla Lake 1. Actually, no, above Vanilla Lake 3. Go Sonic 3. that is where it'll go. But that's all I have to say about it.
I don't have opinions on Choco Mountain. So it's going C, I guess. But I don't care where it goes.
Really, I really like Chocolate Mountain. I have it in A tier. It is my favorite track from this game. I think I just really like chocolate,
Like,
but I love driving on it.
no, you see the
I love
thing
the
is-
atmosphere. I love how it
I mean, Tags. If you want to talk about, we want to talk about favorites. I think I have a favorite in mind that I
Oh
think
my
should be really
God.
high. You know.
Okay, the reason why I think Choco Mountain is a C tier in this game is that it's a bit lacking in this game. The tunnel isn't really a tunnel, like leading into anything. It's just kind of there for no reason. That's why I don't really like this track as much as you. But I definitely do see where you're coming from. Absolutely.
Tags. I have a trade offer. I will not go with my opinion, which is the correct opinion, and put this in a solid D tier because this looks like crap. This track. I will put it in A tier if we can move Vanilla Lake to B tier.
I honestly don't care about your opinions, man. It go wherever you want it to. I don't care. I'd rather
right.
remain true to the actual tier list.
it's gonna go bottom of B.
Well,
a man of honor.
Unfortunately, this tier will never be true because Vanilla Lake is in C tier.
Oh my god.
Road.
I can
But
say
yeah,
it's been an
God,
hour.
Conspicuous.
It has been an hour.
You're actually making me hate Vanilla Lake 2, and I don't like you for that, because I really love the track.
I think you had the correct opinions from the beginning. I think your tier list is perfection, honestly. But I don't know if my eyes can take any more looking on our tier list of Vanilla Lake 2 and C tier, you know? It's kind of hurting. I might have to get prescription glasses.
Well, whatever. We're gonna just go to Mario Raceway.
Good idea.
So, this track, I have no feelings for, basically. I don't think that's a surprise. I feel like this track is just a sign. It has signs, it has walls, it has a pipe, it has road. It's gonna go, I'd say top D tier, but that's it.
I have it in C tier. I kind of like what it's going for, but it is just another Mario. Well, it's not Mario Circuit, but it is essentially just another Mario Circuit. Most of them
I'm pretty
are just
sure-
pretty whatever.
I'm pretty sure why this is called Raceway is because like it got like mistranslated to Raceway instead of Circuit.
Yep. Translation error.
So I'm guessing this is probably called Peach Circuit if it didn't have Raceway, but another one to frame it, I guess.
I much prefer the
Anyway,
name Mario Race, but we're ahead of schedule.
Mario Raceway.
I would like to. Can I share my opinions on Mario Raceway?
You can.
I think it is just a slightly better version of Mario Circuit 1.
So okay, so you would put it like there. Okay.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah, I have it in C tier as well.
Aipom, where
Okay.
would you put Mario Raceway?
I feel like my thoughts on Mario Raceway is like, it's like when you put a mustache on, if you put a mustache on Mario Circuit.
I promise you, we can speed this up so much faster.
Okay, fine.
We
You know
can,
what?
you
Fine. I'm just gonna give it to you. I'm gonna put it back at the end of the recording, but it's gonna stay there until the end of the recording. Be happy. Oh my gosh.
I'm very happy. I'm quite joyous in fact. you know.
Okay. We have
Whatever.
N64 Wario Stadium. This track, I feel like, is one of the most divisive tracks in Mario Kart history. I don't really have an opinion on this track, to be honest. I think without its own song and just using the Raceway theme, it doesn't give it the personality that it should deserve. Because it just like with no tricking and with it just being too long, I think it's gotta go bottom of D tier. It's not quite F tier, I will give it that much, but it is really doing anything at all to impress me, so I don't really like it that much.
Yeah, I agree with E tier. I don't. Is it that divisive? I have not heard a single good thing said about this track. To be honest, most
I
of the
think-
complaints are about it being way too long and boring.
I feel
and all
like
that.
I think this track has its fan base, but I might be making stuff up and thinking of a different track. But
Yeah,
I'm not.
I've never heard. I've never heard of a Wario Stadium fan base. It's just really, it's really long, really boring. There's nothing going
Have
on.
you heard of a Wario
we-
Stadium fan?
No.
No.
I'll give you a quick hint. You're in the room with one. Technically.
Oh.
I think technically that
I would like to say this is an okay track, but the fact that Wario is in it just makes it so much better. I will put this in B tier.
I feel like
did not
my
think-
this is
Obviously,
one of those
obviously below Vanilla Lake 2, but
Of course.
This Wario Stadium is a track that needed to get a remake, or did it already? I can't remember.
It did
But,
not.
like,
It's
I
the
feel like
only
the
N64
fact
that did not get a remake.
Yeah, it's like, and I don't care for it much, but I feel like the fact that Wario's face is all over the track is what makes it funny. But besides that, it's just a circle with a
see,
ramp.
that's why we should put Wario Stadium in B tier.
I feel like the bottom of the B is fine.
Okay,
Oh, below Vanilla Lake 2. No.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course,
two-
of course. How could
Two B tiers and two D tiers. It's gonna average out to C
Yeah.
tier. It's
Yep.
gonna go there. I'm gonna put below Rainbow Road because of my bias, but there we go.
I will say I didn't hate the track nearly as much as I thought I would going into it, but still not great, in my opinion.
And now I get to another objectively bad course, Sherbetland.
Hey.
Like,
You guys are
Yeah.
just hitting on you guys are just hitting on the ice maps that have
Okay.
lakes in them.
Okay. listen
No,
to
we haven't gotten to ice maps without lakes yet. I don't really.
me. Okay.
Yeah, because all of them are good.
I want to point
No.
out, if it wasn't for the because penguins are my favorite animal. If it wasn't for the
Penguins do go crazy.
I think this would go even below Wario Stadium. But the penguins do add a bit of charm, and it does share the song with Frappe Snowland, and it's a fine track. I'm gonna put it just above Luigi Raceway. That's the highest it will ever go. That's the highest it will ever go. For me, at least.
Penguins do go crazy, but it does not save the track for me. I have it in D tier. It's my least favorite from this game.
I will
I
point
think
out
this-
though,
I think-
I do honestly like the cave section. I do like the cave section.
The cave section. is
I
kinda
personally think the penguins kind of carry it. Because penguins are also my favorite animal. But unlike Promise, I actually just love penguins. So that's going to make my bias shoot a little bit higher. I'm going to put this in a solid B tier. Actually, no, we're going to put it in A tier. Yeah. I said it.
Oh wow. Ooh, spicy.
Aipom, what do you have to say about Sherbet?
Actually, no. Sorry, we're going to put it in B tier below Vanilla Lake 2 because that is
Okay,
a superior
yeah.
snow
Oh
capital
my
lake.
Of course,
Excuse
of
me,
course.
you are not Aipom. You are not Aipom, so therefore you need to shut up. I think this track is just it's carried by penguins. It's like it's whatever. So like you can put it like where I guess like right above Drop like Snowland or like here. I don't know. But it's whatever.
I think
It
we
feels like
just,
afterplay.
I think we just put them next to each other just like that. I think that's rough.
Sure.
But then we go from like two like meh tracks to two really good tracks. I think Roar Raceway, Roar Raceway, it's a good track in terms of gameplay. I like how like the turns like work and all that. The nod to Mario 64, where you can like go into the Pete's Castle area, that's cool. Other than that, it's fine. I'll put it in like B tier, like yeah, right there. I think Ghost Live 2 is a bit better, but yeah, that's where I'll put Royal Raceway. It's fine. It is nothing special, but you gotta wait till Mario Kart 8 to actually like Royal Raceway. Basically, I think that's just how it goes. Yeah.
Well, I already really liked it. I'm putting it in A tier. I think it does Mario Circuit 2's big jump, but better. And I much prefer the theming of this one. It's a lot more unique. I really like how the pink and green contrast. And just in general, I think I just have a bit of a bias towards the Peach tracks. I've started really liking Princess Peach in like the last year, so
Fair enough.
I don't know, A tier.
Okay.
I think it's a fine track.
I wouldn't say it's A tier worthy. I would
That's
say
fair.
this is probably I would say probably like C tier worthy, but like high C
You can
tier
go up to
worthy.
Princess Peach's castle.
I
You
would
can
say
go
it's
up to,
high
like,
C
that-
tier worthy. I don't know. My brain can't really click with this map. Click with this track.
I do.
Darn.
I feel like I'm like between, because I like this track, but also I have nothing special towards it, but I still like it a lot. That's what it means it. Aipom.
I think the fact that you can go to Peach's castle is cool. But besides that, it's literally like another Mario Circuit but pink. That's it's fine, but that's like the only redeeming quality if they can go to the castle, even though it doesn't do anything at all, which it should. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I think we put this. I think we put it top of Sita. I think that's where it will go.
Fine. Whatever.
I would like
It's
to
like
say
barely
I would like to say if there is an editor editing this, I would like to put in a counter for how many times I have said Vanilla Lake 2.
Okay, that's gonna be
Yeah,
one.
I think it would be funny post time. That'd be really funny.
I will keep
Yeah.
track of that. I'm not paying attention so far. Anyway,
I'll count them for you. Don't worry.
this.
I have it in my mind.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say it straight. This is my favorite Bowser's Castle in the series. It's gonna go S+. I fucking love N64 Bowser's Castle. I think the haunting theme works perfectly. I think the way the hazard of the swamps work, they are unique and special. And I think just everything about it just screams absolute perfection, and I wish like more Bowser's Castle were like this. I like the rock theme of the Bowser's Castles and how they work, but I think this one, just like it being eerie, like simple but still challenging, I think it works in every aspect with like, the long hallways and just like everything about it. The weird garden, like the spiral section, everything about this track is amazing, and I love it to bits. So that's why I put it in S+.
I don't think it's S+, but I do still think it's a really good Bowser's Castle. So I think like the top of A or S is where it could go.
I have this one in A tier. It is second place. It is runner-up, but like you said, like the more rock themed or like the more bombastic ones of the modern Bowser's Castles, I do prefer those ones, and that's part of the reason why it's an A. But I do like a lot of what this track does, especially with like the garden section and the thwomps. I really like how the thwomps work, but I think it's just A tier for me.
Okay.
And part of that is probably just the controls too.
I personally think if you're good at N64, I think you'll be good, and I think you will love this track if you're just good at Mario Kart in general, which is kind of the same feelings that I have from Vanilla Lake 2, but we'll go past that. I think this is a perfectly fine track if you are good at N64. Now, I don't think I was good at N64 because I didn't play, I didn't have one as a kid, but I think this is still an enjoyable track, so I will put this in A tier.
Okay, so all three of you put it in A tier, so I think we'll put it in top of A tier for that reason.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Alright, I think the Special Cup is one of the most interesting Special Cups in the series. So let's get into it. So first we have EK's Jungle Parkway. Now, I will say... Alright, you know what, just let it out. I'm gonna do it one more time. So now that we have we're all monkeyed out, we don't need to keep going. I think this track, like I'm gonna just ignore the song for now. I want to talk about that last, about the track. I think the theme and just the layout and how the turns feel, I think they are fine. I like the big jump that you can do where you can angle yourself to like take the turn more sharp, and I honestly don't really mind the coconuts being thrown at you. I think it kind of adds to the risk of taking the shortcuts, and you know, they're just like a cool gimmick that I do like. As for the music, I do like the original. I like how like calm it is, and like how ambient it feels. But I will say I have seen, so I have heard some remixes, and I much prefer them. That's not to say that the original is bad, in my opinion. I think this is one of the better N64 courses, and I will put it at S tier actually.
Really?
Yeah, I really do like Jungle Parkway.
Okay.
I think the personal bias of me loving this track a lot is feeding in from Vanilla Lake 2 and feeding into this track because I love this track personally. I think it is a very good take on Jungle Parkway, and I think personally it is an S tier track.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I like this so far. 2 S tiers. Who wants to go next?
You can go first, Tags.
Me go first? Okay.
Yeah.
I only have it in B tier. I'm sorry to ruin the streak. I like that it's a more unique take on the jungle, like, aspect, which is like something that we really haven't seen yet. And so it's weird to say that it's a unique take when it was the first one, but I do like how it isn't just jungle track. Layout's pretty good. I do like the coconuts. The music, it makes sense because like Donkey Kong Country has like a lot of like that same like very like ambient music, but I don't know, it's kind of just in B tier for me. I do like it, but it's not like that spectacular to me, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I don't know.
I think this is a major track. I do like the Jungle Parkway. I think this is a cool fun track. I don't really have much to say about it. I just think it's cool.
Okay, so we have 2 S tiers and 8 tier and a B tier. I think we'll just put it atop the B tier. I think that's where it'll go.
Okay.
And then we have Yoshi's Valley. And despite how ugly this track is, I think this is better than the deluxe version. For a very simple reason. And that is that the shortest path, what is going to be the bridge, I should say, in the deluxe version. The shortest path is actually quite difficult to take and has a higher risk than in 8 Deluxe. I do appreciate that. All the other paths are like the second fastest path to think is the caves one, whatever that is. Like that is still worth going for, but I do like the fact that you have the short path actually having some challenge, and also that you could do that turn skip at the kind of U-turn. But it's still not a very great track in my opinion. So I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of C tier and just leave it there because I don't really have much of an opinion on it, other than it's meh.
I think it's me that you can't see what place you're in, like, at all. But it's kind of just... This one's whatever. I don't care much.
I actually have it in B tier. I like what it's going for, but it's like a low B tier. I like what it's going for, and I like that. Yeah, like the actual gimmick of where the short route is like, where like the fastest path is like really difficult. Is like that actually works, and I really like that about it. But otherwise, yeah, it is just kind of plain overall. And I'm not a big fan of the egg in this version. It's way too big, to be perfectly honest, but I like it well enough. I enjoy driving on it.
I think this is a pretty good take on a more complex track, all things considered, because I think this is I think the multiple pathing and the fact that if you're really good, you can take the short path. You can really gain some ground on other people. I think that just proves a lot of skill that you have at this game. And I think in general, it's just a really, I wouldn't say pleasing to look at track, but I think it's a very fun track to look at. So I would put this in a solid A tier.
Alright, I think we have 2 C tier, the B tier, and A tier. We'll put it on the B tier.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
And here is another. I love Banshee Boardwalk. Again, I think this. I don't know why people do not like Banshee Boardwalk. I think the ghost theme is perfect. I think the difficulty is fine. I think the turns are satisfying to take, and the music is. It's not as great. I've kind of been kind of less fond of it again because of a remix I've heard of it. But I still think, for what it's worth, it is still really, really fun to listen to. And for that, I think it goes at the top of A tier because the music isn't great, but it still is a fun enough track to enjoy.
I mean, it's just Ghost Valley, but done better, but done well. So don't have many opinions on this. It's a fine track. It's a good track. I just don't have much experience with it.
I talked about the Ghost Valleys. I know I thought they were all just kind of whatever, but for some reason, yeah, I really like Banshee Boardwalk and how it works. I really like the castle section. That's a really nice way to spice things up a bit. I think it might just be the addition of the water, honestly, that does it for me. Because water. I'm putting it in B tier though.
I think this is a good take on a spooky map. I don't think it's a perfect take, but I think it is a very good representative of what a spooky themed track should look like. And so I think this is a solid B tier.
I will also add that I do like the cheap jump scare. I want to point that out. I think.
If you want a real jump scare, use the lightning.
Okay. I think overall it'll just go there. I think that is.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And I'm not gonna beat around the bush. This is the worst track in Mario Kart 64. I do not like Rainbow Road. Obviously it has. Actually, you know what? I will put it above Toad's Turnpike for the music and how beautiful that is. But it doesn't make up for the extremely long track. Even if you do the big jump for all 3 laps, it's up like a 4-minute race, and it's just super annoying to get through, and I just never had fun. Especially with the red shells and how they work in this game, they just target directly the place in front of you. It's just not a good track, so I just never have fun on it. Objectively, it's not a good track.
I think that opinion very similarly, but a little bit less harsh. I think this is a fine Rainbow Road track. I would say a better staple for Rainbow Road track than the original. But that's only because I just really don't like the original one. I think this is a good take. Not a great take, but a good take on Rainbow Road. So I will put this in C tier.
Alright.
It's not great, but I think it's fine.
This track, it's like when you're in a really long car ride and you're sitting there. That's kind of.
No, it feels like
there's nothing really going on.
Okay, no, actually, I know.
Track.
It's like when you hold a plank for 1 minute. That's how the track feels. You just feel like, okay, it's just gonna be a minute. It's gonna be quick, and then you're stuck there for an hour. That's literally how the track goes.
Exactly. No, it's glitch. There's nothing really going. You see a chain jump, that one chain jump, but it's so long. And I don't have a problem with long tracks, but the fact that you have to go through this track took 5 minutes to go through once. I feel. It's just like kills you mentally, or at least it kills me on the inside just playing it.
Okay. So I went into this game not expecting to like this track very much because, oh, it's so long and all that. I didn't hate it nearly as much as I thought I would. I actually kind of liked it. And the chain chomps are the sole reason why. They are, because of how they work, they go like backwards along the track. It means that they can show up literally anywhere. And they also move like side to side along the track, which means that it's difficult to figure out exactly where they're going and how to avoid them. Combined with 64 slippery controls, I think they make for very effective hazards. And you just have to like keep your eye out for them at all times. So like I'm constantly like waiting for them to just spawn in, looking as terrifying as they are, like little jump scares. And it really passes the time for me more than I thought it would. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I actually like this more than I thought I would. But yeah, does not feel as bad as I thought.
Alright, I think with all of our opinions combined, I think we'll just put it below SNES Rainbow Road. I think that is where it will go.
And Tags, let me just say that is the first good opinion I've heard from you in a long time.
Okay.
Okay, great.
I'll take
I'm
the
so
compliment.
glad that
where
I
it
have
is.
your approval on N64 Road of all fucking tracks. Thank you. Okay. Next, we're moving on to Mario Kart Super Circuit. A game I find
Oh my
super
God.
underrated. Super underrated game.
Super Circuit. Yeah.
Yo, it took us 30 minutes. The Mark 64. Good job, guys.
Good job.
Yo, we're
Took us
keeping that
half
pace
the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder
Yeah,
why. I absolutely.
I wonder
wonder
why.
I guys, I can't really think of it. It's on the tip of my tongue. I think it has something to do with ice cream.
Okay.
Okay. Next, we have GBA Beach Circuit. And for a starter track, I think it works fine. If I remember correctly, the first turn is a little bit wider than all the other ones because, just trying to get used to the controller is the very first turn that you will ever take in this game. So for a starter track, it works well, but other than that, it's nothing too noteworthy and special. I'm gonna put this right in between Sherbet Land and Luigi Raceway. Actually, it can go above Sherbet Land, but yeah, that is where I would put it personally.
My Peach Prize can only do so much, but it is there. I really like the theming on this one. The castle looks very nice. It does have the peach trees, which are really nice. And I just really like the layout on this one. It flows very well, and it's so much more complex than we've seen from most starter tracks, which are some variant of oval or figure eight pretty much every other time. And this one feels really nice. I would say it's like top 3 starter tracks for me, which really isn't saying much. It's still C tier, unfortunately, but this is one where I do have a little bit of a personal connection with this one, where it gets too much hate in my opinion. I love it.
So remember when I said Mario Raceway is just Mario Circuit with a mustache on it? That's basically, it's like the same thing, but with Peach Circuit and Mario Raceway. But I guess not the same, but it's just a starter track, so I don't have much to say about it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I will say I do think it's worse than Mario Raceway, but that's my only opinion.
Okay.
That's fine.
I'm not gonna say that much, mainly because I have a circuit track that's like in the beginning that I'm really biased to that we'll get to at some point. So I don't want my opinion to ruin this opinion, because I really, really love this certain circuit track that we'll get to. Like I said, I think this is a fine starter track. I don't think I would go out of my way to pick this track for a starter one, but I think this is a fine track to start off with.
I think overall we'll put it above Ghost Valley 1 unanimously. I think we'll just leave it at that. Because it's just a soundtrack. But next we get onto Shy Guy Beach. I think Shy Guy Beach works. I think the bombs, they aren't as active or prominent as a hazard as in Wii, but they're definitely still cool to see, and I definitely like the aesthetic. and the music is also very good. Overall, I'll just put it at the top of C tier above Koopa Beach 1. But it is it does feel kind of similar, but it does have the bonds, which does make it better in my opinion. So yeah, that's why.
Yeah, no, I agree with pretty much all of that. It is, in my opinion, it is just like Koopa Beach 1 again, but better. I do like how with the crabs, if you run into them, you can still hit the brake button, and then you'll be able to not spin out, which is really nice. I love that feature of Super Circuit, but I don't think it does enough for me to carry it out of C tier.
I like this track, but that may just be my bias with the Wii version. But I still think this version is fine. But it's mainly the music that I like. It's just calming. And I guess it's fun to play on, but I think it's a fine track. It's fine.
I think it's fine. I don't think there's anything too special for me about it. Like I said, I do definitely love the Wii's take of it. But this one, it's just okay. I think it's a solid C tier.
Alright, so I'll put it in C tier. I think I don't. Where should we put this exactly?
I'd put it below all the Rainbow Roads, but above Wario Stadium.
I am fine with that. That works for me. Okay.
Yay.
Next we have Riverside Park, and I think this might be like a hot take. But I don't really like either version of Riverside Park. I think the Xbox version is much better, but that's in terms of Riverside Park. This is a bottom D tier track for me. Not really borderline. I think that Wario Stadium's slightly better, but yeah, I don't really care much for Riverside Park. The music isn't anything special to me, and I just feel like it's just Lakeside Park's younger brother who is like 2 years old and doesn't know what 1+1 is. So yeah, it's not really fun.
I think Riverside Park is a track. Is it a good track? Not really, but I think it's a track. I mean, if you could drive across the entire track and feel no emotion, it's better than hitting the track altogether, so. But I think this is like a very low C. I would say like probably like the lowest C possible, but I think it's fine. Also, promise you switch the tracks around. You're looking at your tier list and not ours.
No. This is the combined tier.
Oh, you switched the tabs around. I see. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I did that.
I didn't notice that. Oopsie doopsie.
I think the same goal as it's a track. There's not much to put. There's not much about it. It's just a track.
Yep.
I have Riverside Park in B. I like driving on it. I like the aesthetic, like with the trees and all that, and the sunset's really nice. I like the layout, but overall, yeah, there's not too much going on. I prefer the A Deluxe version. I have it in B.
Yeah, I think that which would just average out to just below Peach Circuit, honestly. I think that is... Okay, now I feel like this is probably the track where my Mario Kart 7 bias, like, it goes off the roof. Because, honestly, I think Bowser's Castle 1 is the top of B tier. I don't know what it is about this track, but I think this track is second best Bowser's Castle in this game. I like how simple it is. I like the jumps. I just think it does everything right to let you in on like what Bowser Castles can be and how quote unquote hard things will get. And I think it's a perfect penultimate to the Mushroom Cup. I truly love this track. I do like it more than I should, but that ain't gonna stop me. I do like it.
Yeah, I've already talked about why I don't like early Cup Bowser Castles. Same deal here. I'm putting it in D tier. I am not a big fan of this one.
It's fine. personal opinions on that.
I think you let your bias shoot a little bit too high. I think this is a solid, like, C tier track.
Yeah,
I don't like personally. I don't ever see it going above C, but I think it's just a C tier track.
I totally.
There's nothing.
understand.
There's nothing more to this.
I'm fully fine with that. I'll honestly put it below Bowser Castle too. But yeah, now we get on to Mario Circuit.
Wow,
Alright,
I
we're
haven't
done
seen
with
that track
Mario
before.
Circuit. So let's go to the combined tier list.
Yo, that's crazy.
Okay, no, I don't. Okay, I know this is like in the start of the Flower Cup, but they can't. Like, this track is just not fun to me. Like, in the slightest.
What were they cooking?
Like,
What were they cooking?
with the Mario Kart 8 version, like, even like disregarding like the whole anti-gravity section they added, the shortcuts, it could just be like 8 deluxe bias or whatever. But the shortcuts feel much more satisfying to take, and I feel like there is a lot more like fun shortcuts you can do in that game, especially with the glider shortcut where you can go on top of the blocks and skip that final turn. That's one of my favorite shortcuts in the entire game, even with that track being a D tier. But with this, like, it just feels like such an empty waste of time. It feels like nothing is happening, and we shouldn't even be here. Like, we shouldn't even have this track exist at all. So I just don't like it at all. I don't think it deserves to exist in the slightest.
Anybody bro to the party. Wait, it's a nothing track. Why does it exist? Just put it at the very bottom.
Seems harsh, but seems harsh, but alright. I have it in D tier. I don't like it very much either, but like, I don't think it doesn't deserve to exist. Like, it's fine. It's not fine. It's not great, but like, I'm not gonna hate myself for picking it, to be honest. Or like, if I have to play through, it's like, fine, whatever. As compared to like the F tier tracks, where it's like, I don't want to be here. No, thank you.
I would like to say this is not the first time I've entered a Mario Kart tier list session and had opinions on this Mario Circuit track be absolute garbage. As a guy who loved playing the original tracks, I think, like, out of pure nostalgia of this track existing in this game, I think I would put this in C tier. I think you guys are a little bit too harsh on this track. I think it's not great, but it's not horrible. You don't want to like delete the game after buying this one, you know?
Okay.
I don't think it's that bad of a track.
I'd put it below average.
I've just realized that my why did this exist is just the combined F tier so far. Just feel it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, now I think this track is pretty fine. I don't think it does anything too crazy. I just think it's kind of middle of the road, you're spooky, you're cool. But that's kind of all you have, so for that I'm just gonna give you a C tier above Ghost Valley 1. Just move on, because I don't really have much to say.
Yeah, I don't really know what it is about this track, but I am not a big fan of it in this game. I think it might be my least favorite from Super Circuit. I'm gonna put it in D tier. I don't really know what it is, but I just don't like this one.
I personally think that this just is just a dishonor to the original Ghost Valley tracks. I do not like this track compared to the other ones. I think this is a F tier. Not why does this exist, but definitely F, like a very low spot.
Like, the thing is, I like that specifically the 8 deluxe version, but we're not talking about that. And this, like, the thing with most Super Circuit tracks is that, like, the original is mostly nothing, but the 8 deluxe version saves it. But it's just a nothing, in my opinion. I don't have any opinions on it.
I think overall it just fall into D tier. People just put it there, middle of D tier. But
Reasonable.
next we get into Cheeseland, and I will say, well, I do think the Ethos version is overall better. I think the song for this track in both versions is incredible. This is one of the best songs that have come out in the Mario Kart series. So it is bumped up for that. But overall, with like the track design, like the mouse, and like the aesthetic, I'll put it bottom of B tier. But the music definitely does carry it a bit for me. I do quite like it a lot.
I'm gonna be honest, I think I just really like food. This is my favorite track from this game. I love the layout. I love how the mice work in this game, much like the crabs in Shy Guy Beach. The aesthetic is fantastic. I love how it's like, oh, we're on the moon because the moon is made of cheese and there's Earth in the background. I love that. This is my first S tier of this video. I've not given out a single S tier so far. This is the first one.
It's a
Dairy.
land of... It's a land of... It's a
Yellow.
land of... It's a land of cheese. It's like Mario Circuit but coated in yellow, but not really. There's nothing going on really. It's a yellow
Cheese.
Alright, Aipom.
Cheese, Gromit.
Aipom, what-
Cheese. Cheese tier.
track. C for cheese, dude.
Okay.
Wow, I'm hurt.
I'll be honest, like probably like B tier.
Alright, so overall, it's-
Cheese.
okay.
Averages out to B tier. Okay.
We'll
Sure,
put
I
it-
guess.
I'll put it below Cuba Beach 1. I think that's where it goes.
Okay.
I will say that this isn't a very delightful track for me. It's definitely not the DS version. We can all agree on that, where it's not just terrible.
Yes.
But it kind of is just there, and that's about it. I feel like if this track doesn't exist, like, and we just had 3 Bowser Castles in this game, like, I'd be fine with that. But it's not like terrible, I wouldn't say. I think it's just kind of you're there. For that reason, I will put it below Luigi Raceway, like below Kind of Editor, honestly. I feel like I get more enjoyment out of that than I do this. Yeah, no, I just don't really find too much special about this track, really. So yeah.
My tirade against the early Cup Bowser Castles finally comes to a close with this one. I'm putting it in D tier. Still not a fan of it, either way, just like on its own or as like a specifically Flower Cup level Bowser Castle. Nope, not a fan.
I don't have any opinions on that.
It's I have no feelings for this track.
Alright, I think I'll put this bottom of C tier then. Combined tier list.
Reasonable, yeah. Okay.
Well, I would like to say this might be probably top 5 cups of all time for me. I love the Lightning Cup in GBA, and that is very off to a good start with Luigi Circuit. I think the turns, they are satisfying to take. I think the puddles are a hazard, but they're not like too crazy where they are obnoxious. And I just like the aesthetic that it's going for, like instead of just like generic and just kind of bland, like you're there, like it's unique, it has rain, it looks like you're like in a kind of like a garage area or something. I like the Luigi blimp. This track, it's solid. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of A tier. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good.
In my opinion, this is a very strong contender for the legendary track that is Vanilla Lake 2. So
Oh my god.
I would like to say this is a. I love this track. It's great. I love the Luigi blimp. I love the Luigi theming. It's beautiful. I do love Luigi Circuit too much. I would put this probably be in S tier.
Okay,
Um,
Aipom, you sound excited. Do you want to say something?
Yes, I'm very excited. I sound a broken record right now, but again, I don't have opinions on this track. I guess the blimp in the rain aesthetic effect was cool, but again, I don't have any opinions on the circuit.
I don't know what it is, but I think the moment a circuit track manages to get past the flower cup, as long as it gets past that point, I automatically really like it, and I really like Luigi Circuit. I love how the layout works. I love the rain effect on it and the puddles. I think they're really nice. The Luigi Blimp is a great addition. I have it in A tier. I really like this one.
Alright, I think that will just go bottom of A tier overall. So yeah. Next we have Sky Garden. And I don't think it's much of a question if I just plop this in S tier, S plus tier even. I think the road texture looks really cool. I like the idea of kind of like a heaven theme track. I do also quite like how good the music is, especially the deluxe and tour versions, and even those in the track versions. I do also like them as well. But for the original, it still holds up as one of the best tracks in just of all time. And it isn't even my favorite track in the game. But I do really love this one. No doubt, it's one of the best in the game. So easy S plus tier for me.
I think it's a good track. I'm fine if it's an S plus, but I don't care much. So yeah,
I have it in S. I'm very picky with my S plus tiers. But I do think it's an S. I think it's very good, and I love all the shortcuts on it. I love how the road looks and the vines and all that. But yeah, I think S tier is the great spot for it. I slightly prefer Cheeseland though.
I'll be honest. I've been thinking about this one. I didn't really get all of the hype from Sky Garden. I think it's a good track. I don't think it's S tier worthy. I think it's A tier worthy, so I'll put it in A tier. I just don't get the hype of this track.
Alright, I think it's S tier overall, but I do kind of see where you're coming from. Alright.
Yeah, the average, I think. Yeah.
Alright, Cheap Island. It's the worst track in the cup, but I don't hate it. I don't have a reason to hate it. I think it just goes top of B tier. I think the sunset looks nice. I think, and then it's that how the track layout is. It's cool. It's a fun layout to drive on. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It's a pretty good course. It's pretty good.
understand. I didn't know this track existed until maybe a week ago, so I think that explains my opinions on it.
Is it when I did the thingy with you?
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes. So yeah, I had literally head empty, no thoughts. I don't know what to say about this one.
No, I agree with your analysis, Promise. I think it's B tier. I have no other notes to say. I think you covered it very nicely.
Alright, Conspicuous. What do you have to say?
I think you talked this track to perfection. I have nothing else to say. You can put it
Yeah.
where you put it.
B tier.
I'll just put it top B tier. Beautiful. Alright. Next we have Sunset Wilds, and I think it's not better than Luigi Circuit. I think it just goes there. I think the sunset gimmick is what carries it, but I think it gets overhyped for that, and people just unconditionally love it just because of the sunset gimmick. You're better than Cheap Island, but honestly, you don't do a lot to me where I want to appreciate you a lot. You're still a good track. You're still fun to play. You still have a nice gimmick. It's just I feel like it's a bit overhyped, and I think people should lay off it a little bit, in my opinion. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, all the same points. I'm putting it in B tier though. I don't know. I just don't think the Sunset does enough to carry it up into A tier, but I think it's good for a desert. It's pretty good for a desert track. So you know what? That's worth something at least.
Oh,
I think Sunset is great. I don't think it carries the track too much, but I think it carries the track enough so I can put it in like a high B tier, I would say.
Yeah.
Aipom?
so Wilds with Sunset, and then Mario Kart 8 built this crazy thing, which was like, hey, what if we took the name of the track and then moved to Sunset? That'd be so crazy. But I think this choice is fine. That's my only thoughts about it.
Alright, we'll top of B tier then. That's fine.
Yeah.
Alright. Snowland.
Oh my god, Snowland!
This-
It's snow.
This
Yay.
is Snow's house. This is where he lives. This is
This-
daily 9 to
This
5. Jokes
is
aside
his
though,
backyard, bro.
I will say, I do not care for the jittering screen. It does not bother me at all. And I think the track works fine. The shortcuts are good. The song, it's nice and happy. It's cheery, and it fits the track well. And I just have a fun time on it. I really do. So if I was to put this, it's a good track, but it's not like, not like all the way up here. But like, I still think people underappreciate this track just because of the jittering screen, and they don't actually think of it as a track. I'm just gonna put this at the bottom of B tier, but yeah, whatever. So,
Yeah, I've never really had that much of an issue with the screen shake, but I do think that it could be an issue, and I think maybe part of that is because most people now are playing it emulated on like a big TV screen through Switch, whereas I'm playing it, I have like my Game Boy Advance SD right next to me. But yeah, but like even if you take that away, it's kind of just an ice track, and I'm not that big on ice tracks. I'm willing to put it in D tier because I think the screen jitter could cause like actual issues for people, and that is a problem. But I do think it gets harped on too much, in my opinion.
This is Snow's Land we're talking here, guys. What are we doing here? I mean, it's literally Snow's Land.
What?
How could this not be an easy A tier?
A
Because
This
it's
is
tier.
such a
Snow's
good.
Land.
I love this.
Hold on.
This is beautiful.
Conspicuous, you need to lay off the wacky tobacco here. This is not an A tier track.
No. This is not wacky tobacco. This is genuine
Yeah,
opinions.
Okay, no.
This is not the end
Actually,
of
you
the
know
wacky
what?
tobacco. Once we get into the retracts, trust me, there'll be a lot of wacky tobacco.
I don't really care for Mario Kart Wii all that much, so whatever.
I will be the guy who talks about Wii
you
for
put it
this
in B
entire
tier? That's
thing.
beautiful.
I will
That's
fight
where
you for
I
that
was gonna
title.
put it as well.
Actually, I think I was with that in S tier. This is actually not bad check.
Oh
Now
my-
think about it.
It's not that okay. Whatever. Aipom,
It's
what do you
A
have to say
tier.
about
I
it?
put it in A tier.
Beautiful. I think combined, it'll. I think it just go to the top of C tier. Yeah, not really surprised that that's not very like. But then we get to Road, and I will say that it's a decent track. It's a good theme. It is a nice layout, but it's nothing too crazy to me. For me, I will just put it about there in C tier. I'm not really too big on the road, even the 8 Deluxe version.
It's a track. Again, this is like one of those tracks that got big glow up and 8 Deluxe, but for now, it's kind of just a track that exists. I don't have any thoughts on that.
I really like this one. I like the background with like the giant presents in the background. I love how the road looks. like, yeah, the 8 Deluxe one is obviously better because it has more colors, but I really like how the red looks in this one. I'm gonna give it A tier. I really like this one. I like the layout too. A lot of fun.
Okay.
I'll be honest. This is if I had to have a track that I've heard about the least, it would be Ribbon Road. I simply do not have enough information, so I will say nothing.
Okay. I think we'll just kind of put it there. I think that's where it'll go.
Fine.
But yeah, next we have Yoshi Desert, and this is a track that I love. I love Yoshi Desert. I think it's... Honestly, I'm gonna say I think this is better than Dry Dry Ruins. I think this is my favorite desert track in the entire series. I think, especially the tour version, I think that is like the perfect desert track. But also this one, like, it has Yoshi. It's a desert. It literally is. I don't know what to say. I feel like the layout is good. I think the sound, the song, I think it's really funny. I think it's cute. I do like it, and it actually just feels like I'm in a natural desert. I'm gonna put this at the top of A tier, just below Banshee Boardwalk. That is where I will put it.
I'm having trouble trying to figure out, like, trying to predict where you're gonna put any track. I have it in like a high C tier. Most of it does just kind of feel more desert track to me, but I would say it's probably on the higher end of desert tracks, but like that's not too much of an accomplishment in my eyes.
I did not know the check resistance until this exact second that we're talking about it.
I completely agree with you.
So I have no prior knowledge, so I can't really say anything.
I just think the hazards in this track, like with like the sand whirlpools and like the props, I think they work really well as a hazard, and so I do like it. But I guess it will just kind of go in B tier. We'll put it.
Yeah, somewhere in B tier. Yeah. Y'all need to play more Super Circuit. It's fun, I promise.
Next we get Bowser's Castle 3, and I'm just gonna put this above Bowser's Castle 2, right there. I think.
Wow.
For me, I think this is better than the Wii version. Not for the commentators, I'll give it that much. But I think the problem with this one is that it's too long for me. Again, mainly in the Wii version, but I thought this is just too long, and it just feels the same, but nothing's really happening. And I just want to be over by lap 1. So yeah, I just don't really find much joy about the Castle 3. I think it's fine, but that's it. That's literally it.
I think it's, in my opinion, worse than Bowser's Castle 3. But I think it's better than Bowser's Castle 1 for sure.
Do you mean Bowser's Castle 2?
That's what I meant to say, yeah.
Alright. Fair enough.
I really like this one. I love the layout and like the hazards everywhere. I think it's really nice. I like the blue and the purple. It looks really nice. There's like a flying Kamek at the end, and that's really cool too. I'd say it's an A tier for me. I love driving through it and like trying to avoid everything, taking those tight turns. It's really fun for me. But I understand.
We'll just put it there. I don't know where it really goes, but yeah, we'll just do that. I covered Mario Kart, so let's put it next to it. Okay, next though, we have Lakeside Park. And this is one of my favorite tracks in Super Circuit. Probably my third favorite, I'm about to say. I think this is an easy S tier. It, like, the music is just perfection. I think the layout of the dinosaur, I think that's really cool. And personally, I just think this track has a lot of charm, and it is much better than Riverside Park. And it just actually feels like the definitive version, like between these two tracks. I think it is really good. and I enjoy it quite a lot. And I really do want to see it come back in a future game. I really do.
Okay. This it's where said perfect better. That's all there really is to it.
I have little to no opinions on this track. So you can go ahead and just pass on me.
Alright. I like this track. I don't see where you're getting the dinosaur from the layout. I just pulled up an image right now, but whatever.
Doesn't look
This
like
is
that
the
was
head.
looking like Mario Kart.
This is the head. It's looking backwards. This is
Okay.
its tail, and these are its feet. It's a dinosaur. Like,
Okay.
it's kind of like Yoshi. It's cool. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
I do like it. I like it. I like the hazards. I like the layout. But it's nothing that crazy for me. I'd give it B tier. I'm not like super mad at it because there's people that are mad about like the part where you can go over the track backwards. I like that for a special
love
cup
that
track,
part. I
but
love
for a special cup track, I think it works well. I don't really like seeing it anywhere outside of the special cup, but it's fun. I think it works here. I'd say B tier though.
Alright, we'll just put it like below Friendship Boulevard. We'll do that. Ooh, Broken Pit. Okay, I think this one is much better than Boule. I don't know why people don't really like this one. I think, I think the like invisible bridges and like all like the new shortcuts, I think they're done much better and they're much more satisfying to take. Like even if they are short. But Broken Pit, it is generally an improvement from Blue Lake, and it is much more enjoyable. I will put it the beta just above No Lake 1. No, above Ghost Light 3. It definitely does above Ghost Light 3, but yeah, I do quite enjoy Broken Pit. It is a good track.
Once again, no thoughts. So yeah.
At this point, I'm kind of just waiting for us to cover the Wii games, the Wii tracks, because then I'll have a lot of opinions.
No, honestly, I'm waiting for Double Dash. I feel like I would be more involved in that. I don't have much.
We are literally all just squirming in our seats, waiting for our time to shine. 'Cause the last time I felt energy in this, the last time I felt energy in this tier list is when we were talking about Vanilla Lake 2, but that's gone. That joke's been ran into the ground so much, and
No, I just imagine like the Good Morning Sunshine meme, but instead it's just a freaking Vanilla like 2 and Conspicuous. That's what I imagine.
Keeps coming back.
no, I'm not repeating that joke. I don't know, Broken Pier. It looks like a broken pier.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yo.
look at the
Holy.
angry volcano. That little grrr, grrr. That guy is cool. That guy's chill.
Yeah. I like the angry volcano, but that's the only thing that I really like about it. The rest of it, I'm just kind of give or take. It feels like another Ghost Valley to me for the most part. It's like Ghost Valley 3, but again, I'm gonna give it C tier.
Okay, fair enough. I guess I'll just put top of C tier. Yeah. We have Battle of the Castle 4. I would say it goes just not quite an S plus, but it is S tier. I think the layout is really fun. I think the hazards, like the Mecha Coopers, I think they're cool. They're a fun section. But yeah, I want to talk about where is it? This section on the left side. I really like this path here because you get all these speed ramps, but then have to take a quick left turn. I really enjoy taking that section, and I just think everything about the track is just really fun, and I do truly enjoy it. But I don't have much else to say. I also like the lore in the Tor version where it had the bomb was like exploded, and the castle is like ruined. I do really like that detail. But yeah, the background just feels so menacing. I really enjoy that.
Yeah, this is another track that I really like. I think it's pretty similar to Battle of the Castle 3 for me, so I'm putting it in A tier. But I really do like going through it. It feels like much for 3 and 4. They both feel like they feel like treks, like dangerous journeys throughout these like lava-filled castles, and I really like that about them. But not enough for me to put it in S tier, but very solid A tiers for me.
I don't know. It's Bowser Castle 4, yeah.
Yeah.
I think top of
Yeah.
the tier is where it'll lie. Alright.
I'm just waiting. I can't even see Wii with our list here. We're not even close.
Well,
Yes.
I'm just saying, you're the one that made us wait an hour on Super Mario Kart, okay? I'm just saying.
Listen. That was for a very, very, very valid reason.
It was very
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
I did find it very funny, I will say.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it was so valid that the editor cut it out entirely.
No. If you want to get any viewers on this video, leave that in. 'Cause that is the funniest I'm going to be probably this entire video. Maybe we'll see. We might make me.
You know what? I'm at least glad that I've played all the Mario Kart games, so that way I can give like at least knowledgeable opinions on all of these. But let's get into Rainbow Road. Take it away.
Alright, GP Rainbow Road. This might be like an unpopular opinion, but this is my second favorite Rainbow Road in the series. I absolutely adore this
Excuse me?
track. And I know that when they remake this track in the next game, they probably won't have like all the cool shortcuts that the original had. But I still think they could do a really good job remaking this and just making it feel so grand and epic and special. But I think the shortcuts you can take, they're really satisfying. The turns are like, they're difficult, but they're still like smooth. And also I do like the kind of stars falling down like as an obstacle. I think that's really cool. And overall the aesthetic is really nice, so it is gonna go to the very top of Best Plus tier. I absolutely adore this Rainbow Road, and I want to see it in this game. I just hope they don't butcher it though. I really hope they don't do that, because it is a personal favorite
Yeah.
of mine.
Yep, a lot of the same here. This is also my second favorite Rainbow Road. Love doing the shortcuts, the yoinky splinkies. Got to get them bounces in.
Yeah.
I love how the background looks. Those clouds look really nice. The road looks really nice. I do like the stars. I also like the thunder clouds on parts of the track as well that can shock you and make you small. I like those as well. I'm gonna say S tier though. Like I said, I'm very picky with my S plus tiers, but very good track. I love it.
I think it's cool that the castle from Paper Mario is in the background, but besides that, I don't have opinions on this Rainbow Road because I'm just unexperienced with it. So
I'm more waiting for the other. I'm waiting for the big Rainbow Road I want to talk about.
Oh
Now
my
I
God.
have nothing to say.
I think top of S tier is where we will leave it, and we're gonna move on to Mario Kart Double Dash. Alright.
yes,
Oh boy,
a good
my
Mario
least
Kart
played
game.
Mario Kart game.
What is wrong with you? Okay, anyways.
Honestly, I mean, I'm fine with this one being your least play, because this is the last Mario Kart game that I have played. This is the most recent, my first time experience on. Anyway, the Luigi circuit, I think it's a cool gimmick, especially for the first track in a game. I do like how they did it. I like the theme, not the theme, but the layout, the attention to detail in the background, and just the chaos of it. So for a star track, it's gonna go like just above Moon Farm here. I think that is where it will go. But it is just pretty solid.
Yeah, because I think it's a good trick to learn, especially since Double Dash is such a different Mario Kart game compared to the last three. So I think it does its job. It's fine. Goes with Luigi. You can't not like Luigi. So I think putting in like the middle of B tier is fine.
Yeah, for Luigi Circuit, I would say B tier is a good spot for it as well. I like what it's trying to do. It's one of my favorite starter circuit tracks for that. But yeah, I think just B tier. It's a little too simple to really get higher than that, but I think B tier is more than respectable.
I'm kind of spacing out right now.
He's still.
I literally just don't know. This is like the only Mario Kart game I have never played in my life.
You're missing out.
We're gonna put Luigi Circuit just above Mimi Farm.
Yeah.
Peach. This track, it's about the same as Luigi Circuit, and it has a nice theme. I like what it's going for. I think it has a relaxing vibe, and it is a beach track, so it already is pretty good by itself. But it is just slightly worse than Luigi Circuit, just because it doesn't have like any chaotic things going on. It's just kind of a nice relaxing tour through Peach, so nothing really too special to write about. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the same. I'm still kind of harsh on beach tracks, but I think B tier's fair enough for it. I like how the cataquacks work, although it's maybe like a bit too like harsh of a hazard for like a Mushroom Cup track, but minor concern at most. I'd say B tier is fair. I changed my mind on that one like just now. I didn't see.
I think B tier is. I just like this track in general, but I think B tier is a good place to put it.
Alright, next, we're just gonna move on.
Okay, alright.
Baby Part. You know what?
This is where we find out where the real ones are.
I will ask, does anyone want to go before me here? Does anyone want to go before me?
I can wait. I'll wait.
I'll go. It looks really cool, I will say. If this was like an actual track and they used the like outside detail of the park, I would say this would be like an A tier track. But it's the park, so yeah.
Alright, does
Alright,
anyone else want to go before me?
Oh, I guess I can. The track is easy at entering. It's not even close. It's a track that gets bad. Well, it's like in Double Dash, it's good because of like all the chaos with like the special items like Thalia shells, and then it gets worse in DS, and then it gets good again in the 8 versions.
You think it's worse than DS?
I think it go okay. I can't English. From worst to best, it's DS, GameCube, and then 8.
You know what? I'll go ahead and go just so that way your opinion is the last one on this one. But this track is fantastic. I love it because it is just an oval. It is just chaos. I love that about it. It fits perfectly with the theme of like this babies everywhere, and it's like a theme park. That's pretty chaotic to me. This is the next tier track for me. It's stupid, but it's so fun. I love this track.
Okay.
Especially in Double Dash and 8 Deluxe. We don't talk about the DS one.
I will say, combined, I think this is I think this is like we'll say it goes above Ribbon Road. I think that's where it'll go.
B for baby, sure.
Yeah.
B for baby.
Now, for my opinion on this track, and I like to think myself as a kind of like the expert when it comes to Baby Part. Because I know this is the 8 Deluxe version. I played it like before Wave 1 even came out. I played this track 100 times in a row, otherwise known as 700 laps in a row. It took me 2.5 hours to get through on 200cc. And I would like to say that I hated it. I hated it throughout the whole of BCP. But until about like Wave 5, that's when I started like getting my war, I started liking it again. Overall, I think the chaos of it is good. It's a stupid track, and it's just like what Mario Kart is. But I will say, I I think it isn't really anything that I'm seeking to play. Unless I want to torture myself, I will play this. So
Unless I pick it.
I'll put it top of B tier. But I feel like anything higher
Okay.
or anything lower is just it's not really much. It's better than average, but it's still fine. Drive to the Desert is in Why Do You Exist? I don't like it. The music is ugly in this game, in both versions actually. The tornadoes, like, I like that they're there. This definitely makes it better than the 8 Deluxe version. But I still don't like you. This track is just empty. It does nothing. It's stupid. It's just not a good track at all. I do not like Dry Desert.
Actually, I will say I do think it is misunderstood. I went into Double Dash last month expecting to not like it. I didn't not like it. I think it's C tier. I think it is functional. I like the tornado section. I like how the ending section works in this game. I despise the 8 Deluxe the 8 version, but the Double Dash version is whatever. I think it is C tier. Very low C tier, but C tier nonetheless.
Actually, you could just put it in F tier and why do you exist, but I still hate it. I still hate it just as much.
That's fair. That's fair. It do be a desert.
I like Pokies, though. Pokies make it cool. I would put in like C tier.
Oh,
Pokies.
yeah,
Really?
it's a Pokies. That's right, guys. It's Pokies.
The dude got the Pokies. And there's
Pokies.
a piranha plant and a Sarlacc pit. That's
There's
kind of cool.
a
I like
piranha
Star
plant. No,
Wars.
this is no. That's a reference to the Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah,
This has to be A tier,
Yeah.
guys. Come on.
May the force be with you.
Yeah, and all that jazz.
Aipom, what do you have to say about it?
Huh? Oh, it's a track. That's the desert.
What tier?
It's also very dry.
D for dry desert.
Alright, I guess we'll put it in bottom of D tier. That's the highest I'm ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
Mushroom Bridge.
I like the roll of the tongue of that R.
Mushroom
Very sophisticated.
Bridge.
Very attractive.
I'm just gonna put it in between Sugar Beach and Big Beach 1 for the reason Mushroom City is better, but it's fine. Alright, cool. I don't need to explain myself there, I don't think.
That would be so funny.
What?
If at the 12-minute mark, for no reason, you just got a green screen car crash. That'd be so
The
funny.
12-minute mark.
Also,
We're already at like the 2.5 hour mark.
Yeah, but I say that.
You know, right, you know-
At 12-minute mark, we're on like Donut
You know what?
Planet 1.
At hour 3, minute 55, second 52, we should have a singular frame of Vanilla Lake 2.
I will make sure to do that for you. Can we talk about Mushroom Bridge for now, though?
I'll put it in B tier for the bridge. I like the bridge. And I like the tunnel.
Fair enough.
Okay, don't have much thoughts on it. It's an alright track, but I just don't have any thoughts.
I think we put it bottom of B tier. I think that's where we'll put it.
Okay, that's fine.
GCN Mario
bust?
Circuit.
It's another Mario Circuit.
Get used to hearing Mario Circuit, Bowser Castle, and Rainbow Road. I will say,
Yeah.
this is not the best Mario Circuit, but definitely one I can understand if you do like it. I think the big grass shortcut is like fun to take. I think the turns are fine, they're satisfying. However, the bumpy section at the end, not really great, because you can't trick off any of them. But it still does have a decent challenge, and it definitely deserves to be a Mario Circuit. So you know what, I'm gonna put it just above Snowland. I think it is a fine track overall. Not too much to say about it though.
Okay.
Like there is like a bus in this map.
We're on Mario.
Oh, we're on Mario Circuit. I thought it was about Boston
Yeah.
Bridge. Oh,
No,
Nice.
we just on the Russian Bridge. It's
sorry.
okay.
I'm kind of. I don't even know where I am anymore. I'm thinking about Wii tracks.
This is a Wii track, so come on.
Oh, yeah. Then you're right. If this is Wii, then this is A tier. This is any other thing. It's F tier.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I forgot. Sorry, this is a Mario Kart DS track. It's not actually a Wii track.
Oh, then stuff
No,
with like I don't know, like B tier. Yeah.
Mario.
It is
The Mario Kart arcade track. There's a Mario Kart arcade track.
I played every
that was
single
like
one.
5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
I love them all. I love them all.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah,
I would
that's
have
crazy.
like one. I wish I would have one of those machines. In, like,
You know what? Just for you, we'll have one of my favorite. Where's Snow Panic? There's Snow Panic. We'll have that in S+ tier for the duration of this video. But no, we'll have it in the combined tier.
Thank
part. There you go. It's even better.
Thank
Yeah, it is above
No.
S+ tier. There you go.
Anyway,
That was crazy
we're
because
talking
you
about
think-
GC and Mario Circuit.
Oh.
Let's go back to that.
Yeah.
Another
I'll go
Mario.
ahead and- Yeah.
I don't know what to say about it. It's just
I-
more Mario
yeah.
Circuit.
I think.
Same here.
I
C
think
tier for
just
me.
leave it above Mario Circuit too. Honestly.
Can you just like start playing all the Mario Circuits like in the Mario Circuit tier? There's nothing to say about any of them.
Create Mario Circuit.
No, I can't do
Mario
that.
Like I don't
Yeah.
have.
No, hear me out, because then these two will rank with all the other ones. I can't have that.
Yeah.
we should
that's fair.
put like a DS tier to put all the DS tracks. 'Cause who's played DS before?
Me,
I've played the yes
excuse me.
before.
You know what? Honestly, I will agree.
No, I'm leaving this video. How dare you? How dare you diss Mark?
Yeah. DS tier. No, we'll have DS tier plus and DS tier minus, so that we put the good ones in DS
we
plus.
will get
and
to
we'll do
Mario
minus.
Kart DS. I will say my opinions on Mario Kart DS when we get the figure eight circuit. Now we're on date. It
my
took us
God.
it took us 5 minutes to get
How-
through
how-
Mario
how
Circuit.
far? How far are we? How 20 track? How far are we through all the tracks?
We're on the 3rd track of
Not
the
even
flower
close.
We are.
Well, I just want to see that entire like gigantic list of all the rest of the tracks that we have.
Alright, so okay.
That's a lot of trash.
That's a lot of tracks.
To be fair,
That's
Do we
quite-
need to
we're
do
not
this
gonna
in two
have we're not
parts?
gonna do every single tour track, like all of Tour City variants.
We're not doing all of the tour tracks. We're only doing the ones that were put into
Yeah,
that were put
yeah,
into Eco.
Yeah, for the tour tracks, besides Pipeline, of course, we're gonna be based off the 8 Deluxe version. Anyway, Daisy
That's fine.
Cruiser. This used to be my favorite Double Dash map, but now it is probably my 3rd favorite. 7 bias. But this is still, I still quite enjoy it. I will put it just below Vanilla Lake 2. I think it deserves to go in A tier. I do quite enjoy the vibe of it, and again, like I said for Peak Beach, the music is really relaxing. And
Yeah, I like Daisy Cruiser.
I played the Daisy Cruiser on 8 Deluxe, and it looks cool. I hope it's the exact same as this one. If it is,
I feel
this is like
okay. No, I want to explain to you. In the Double Dash version, you can't go into the pool. You have to go around it, and the
all right. All right. Say no more. This track is a D tier. I think that was like my favorite part of that track when they moved it to 8 Deluxe. What have they done to this? They have ruined it.
Oh, and
I'd actually.
yeah, okay, whatever. Sure.
Look at how they massacred my.
I'll
Go
actually-
ahead. Go ahead, Tags.
I'll actually go over it. This is also my 3rd favorite track from this game, and I like this one a good bit more than the remakes of it. Of what they changed to it. I like that you can't go in the pool. I also like that at the beginning of the 7 and 8 Deluxe versions, there's 2 paths around like the first part there, where there's only the Double Dash version, meaning that you have to go like on the right path and then swerve back around left. I really like that they did that.
I will say,
and-
before you continue,
At the end.
I kind of wish that the left path would have be like an off-road shortcut. for this game. So then you have like a faster pathway to be off road. I think that would be cool. But I do quite like that you have to go around as well.
Yeah, I think the main problem was like how do you do off road on the cruise ship? But yeah, between like those changes and then the brig not being underwater, I've never understood that. I really like this track. I'm gonna put it in S tier actually. I really like the original version of Daisy Cruiser.
Okay, I actually really like that. Aipom, where would you put this?
I think S or A tier.
Alright, we'll put it. Honestly, we'll
Like
put
top
it
of A tier.
We'll put it.
We'll take those.
Alright, next we have Waluigi Stadium, another really good double dash track. I do like how it plays. Honestly, I think this is the best version of Waluigi Stadium because there's not any half pipes in the long straightaway section. I think I took out the challenge of Waluigi Stadium. Like it's cool to do like the cool tricks on it in those versions, but I feel like I'd much prefer actually going through like the actual part of the track and not just skipping over it. So yeah, it's much improved because of that, and everything else is much better. So overall, I think this is gonna go like just above Rainbow Road.
I like Waluigi Stadium because there's Waluigi and there's fireballs. I like that. It's pretty cool. I would say like A tier. High A, probably. Yeah, high A.
Alright.
This is actually my #1 favorite track from this game. I love playing on this track. It feels like there's stuff constantly happening all the time, and I really like that about that. And I do like how the center section works in this game, although I like the half pipes just as much. And I'm not really complaining about the lack of tricking. I don't think it's a fair comparison to like compare tracks without tricking to future versions with tricking. I just think it's just not fair to compare future versions.
I meant like, you know that long straightaway section with like the piranha plants? I didn't like how you could skip it with the half pipes if you like, you do that trick where you like the half pipes like that took all the challenge out of that section. That's what I meant.
It does take the challenge up, but it is also, I think, a good bit slower depending on how you take it. So it's like really hard in order to like take the half pipes and skip the challenge while also still going really fast. So I think that's a pretty good compromise to it. I like both versions. It's still S tier. It's my favorite.
Alright, fair enough. Aipom?
Waluigi Stadium, right?
Yep.
I think that's A tier. I think it's a good track. I think A tier is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I think we'll put it top of A tier. Alright, next we're on to Sugarland. This track is fine.
Snow School.
It is Snow School. Yeah, it's like perfectly average in my opinion. It's definitely better than N64 Sugarland. But it's really about the same to me. Actually, you know what? It does go above Bowser Castle too. Yeah, that's like the highest I'll put it.
It's a fine snow track. I mean, ice track.
This is the first time where I feel like I don't have like a negative bias towards an ice track. I think C tier is a great spot for it. Greatly prefer the deluxe version, but this one is fine. It's whatever.
Thank goodness you actually like a snow track for once. I never heard that in a while.
We're getting there. The ice tracks get better. Chill.
They were already good originally.
No, definitely not even.
I mean, look at that. Look at Vanilla Lake 2. You are literally driving around a lake. That's so good.
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
Anyway, Aipom, go ahead.
It's fine. It's a good snow track for once. So don't have any thoughts.
Just because it's a snow track, I'm gonna put it in A tier, even though I have no idea what this track is about.
You
Wait,
played it in 8 Deluxe. You played this track in 8 Deluxe, haven't you?
Yeah, but no, I haven't. I'll be honest.
Okay,
I
I
don't
will
think
tell
I've
you,
played
literally
it
the
in a long
only
time.
difference between this and the 8 Deluxe version are the underwater paths. That's it.
There's like one glider rift, and that's
Yeah.
the only other change. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't
It's at the
go
very
in
end.
underwater sections. You can't go there.
You cannot go into the water.
But yeah, no, I think just kind of where I slide it by random, that's like perfect for where I could go.
Yeah,
Alright.
C tier works.
Next, we're on to Mushroom City, and I will tell you now, this is my favorite Double Dash track. I absolutely adore Mushroom City. I think from the turns, this feels like, again, the definitive version of Mushroom Bridge. It feels much more chaotic, it feels like it fits the theme better, and I always just have a very good time on it. So I'm gonna put it just below Couture Beach in the S tier, but I really do enjoy Mushroom City, and I really want to see it come back in the next game because it really deserves a spot. It's a really good course.
Yep, I agree with all of that, but I'm not quite as big on like traffic courses. I feel like in order to get S tier, I kind of want something like a bit more unique than like beach or ice or city or desert or whatever. So I'm gonna give it A tier, but I do agree with all the points you said. This is, I think, probably the single best traffic course in the entire franchise.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's
This place, it looks cool.
It is cool.
A tier.
It is quite cool.
it is pretty cool. So A
A
tier.
guy who doesn't play Double Dash, I'll just say it looks cool, and that's about it.
Okay.
I still can't believe you can play Double Dash.
Well, we all put it in A tier, so I'll just put it above Daisy Cruiser, but below Waluigi Stadium.
Okay.
Next is Yoshi Circuit. Guys, did you guys know?
Guys.
This is in the shape of a Yoshi, guys. Did you know that? It's in the shape of a Yoshi.
No
That's why it's called
way.
Yoshi
Oh
Circuit.
my goodness
It's-
gracious, that is insane.
Rat guys.
Like,
Editor.
When the Yoshi is a circuit,
anyway, Yoshi Circuit. In all seriousness, I think it is cool. Like, not really gimmick, but the layout definitely works. It is challenging, and I do quite enjoy it. So I will put this in a respectable B tier, below about the Castle one. Actually, no, it's above. No, I don't. Yeah, I think that works for it. Like, it's just like fine. I don't really have anything too crazy to say about it. Yeah.
The fact that it's shaped like a Yoshi makes it sound like it would be like terrible to drive on, but it's really not. It feels so satisfying to take all those turns and land everything just right. And it also has like such a great atmosphere, especially in the Double Dash version. And it's got like all those shortcuts, like especially the secret tunnel shortcut that I've yet to land. This track is fantastic. I'm gonna put it in A tier. It's like very high A tier.
Yoshi.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just I think it's pretty. It's an alright track.
Yeah, we'll put it bottom.
Like
of
the
A
fact
tier.
that it's shaped like a Yoshi. Like I feel like if it wasn't shaped like a Yoshi, I would not care for it. But it makes it slightly more unique and make it stand out more. So it's like an A tier.
Yeah, we'll just put it bottom of A tier. I think that's where it'll go. Alright, next we have DK Mountain, and it's fine.
Okay.
It's nothing special.
Alright, we gotta get the monkey out. Hang on. Alright.
I think the volcano.
Alright, we need to quit monkeying around, guys. Come on.
I think the volcano is my favorite part, and I think the bridge is also.
Alright.
Yeah.
I don't really find anything too special with DK Mountain personally. I'm just not too. Okay. Yeah, no, that's all I really have to say. That's all I have to say about it.
I think it's just a fun track.
This is a good track. This is
Yeah,
a solid track.
You're only saying that because it's in Wii. That's the only reason you know it's existed.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, but like, I love the track. So what if I know it from Wii? It's still a good track. It was good. It was a good enough track, so they made a remake in Wii because that's how good this track was. This is an S tier track.
Okay, S tier. That's crazy.
This is an S.
No.
Yeah, I'm also gonna say S. I really like how this track plays in Double Dash. Because of how that drifting system works, it feels very dangerous in that game, and I love that for the track. Like that's what it's trying to do, and it works perfectly. So I think
the second good opinion that I agree with on tags.
Aipom.
Crazy.
I feel like there's probably more than two, but you know what? Okay.
It's S, I think.
Fuck! I don't want to put this in S tier, but fine, I will do.
Oh no. Anyway.
Alright, you know what?
Alright.
We're on to Wario Coliseum. This is another kind of split 50-50 track. I am on the side of the lovers. I love this track. I love how it plays. I love the aesthetic. I love the stadium Coliseum theme. I do like how it's 2 laps. I think it's a really good track. I think I always have fun on it. I'm gonna put it just below Dixie Cruiser here. That's where I'll put it.
That's fair.
This track is a banger track. Certified peak Wario right here. This thing did what Wario Stadium couldn't. It made the track actually enjoyable and relate to Wario. So this is a high A tier for me.
High A tier, okay.
I think like somewhere in A tier.
Do you want to elaborate, or just that's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Glad that I was able to go last, because I disagree with all of you. This is my single least favorite track in this entire game, and I'm willing to go into detail about it. All of it just like blends together so much because it is just turns, in my opinion, and it doesn't even like look nice. The track looks ugly to me. Like it looks very rusty, and I hate that. And the fact that it's only 2 laps, I agree that it is unique. I can understand why people like that. I don't like that. It feels very unsatisfying to me personally. I'm gonna give it D tier, but I do think that it should have a remake at some point to fix it.
I will say
My heart.
and I know that this is mainly due to CGP Deluxe. I do quite like the 2-lap tracks. Obviously, I think some of the arcade GP tracks that they remade is also down to 2 laps, but also some of the original ones they made 2 laps. I think 2-lap tracks. I think they're always like the more fun ones when they're longer. Not a Rainbow Rose Kid, that's 3 laps of hell. But I think the 2-lap tracks, they definitely do work well, and this is definitely in Wario Coliseum's favor. So I think combined, it is gonna go top of B tier. But I just think 2-lap tracks are some of the most unique tracks in the series.
I agree that unique works, but I'm just not a big fan of it. It feels very unsatisfying. I like 3 laps. I like having 1 big lap divided into 3 sections. 3 is the magic number. Just stick with that, please.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, we're on to Dana Dana Jungle. And this is gonna go, actually, right below DK's Jungle Parkway. Actually, no, I'll put it in A tier. Just because I don't think it really works for a cup track, but it still works for a better cup track at the same time. I like how you have the risk of getting an item in between the dinosaur's legs, and definitely like when you come out you can get hit by his head and knocked down below. I also like the bridge section and how that works. And overall, I just think this is a good jungle theme track, and instead of just being like tied to DK, it actually feels like you're prehistoric, and it definitely fits much better to be like a jungle theme track for Double Dash. So that's why I much prefer it over DK Mountain.
Due to Promise's absolutely wrong and despicable opinion, this is gonna drop an entire different tier. I was originally gonna put this in B tier because I think it's a fine jungle track. I think it's enjoyable, but I like DK Mountain so much better. But now that you said that, this is a C tier track.
Wow.
You do not disrespect my boy DK Mountain like that.
You know what?
Okay.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that.
Oh. I think Most of my bias comes from 3DS again, but I think it's just a fine track. I enjoy it.
I think it's B tier. I think it is better than average. I enjoy driving on it, but I don't really know. I don't really enjoy it as much as like drive. I don't think it hits A tier for me. I don't really know how to put it, but like it just isn't quite there for me.
Alright, I think average, we'll put it in between these two. I think that works out. Okay, now we're on to Bowser's Castle. Okay, oh god, I can't even lie. I can like barely remember the 3 Bowser Castle themes between GCN, DS, and Wii. They all feel like so similar to a theme, and I just don't really like their songs because they just feel like they've been the same for 3 Mario Karts in a row. Besides from that, though, I think the track is fine, and I don't have much to say about it. It's a good Bowser's Castle objectively, but it's nowhere like to the highs of like 8 Bowser's Castle and all that. So I'll just kind of leave it there. That's kind of where I'll put it. I don't have any strong opinions on the track at all.
I'll put it up in A tier. I really enjoy driving on this one. There's hazards like pretty much the entire time, with the exception of like the one section with a bunch of turns. But like it's like I think that section makes for like a nice disruption for the flow of the rest of it. I really enjoy driving on this one. I would say it is A tier for me.
Big boy browser. Yeah.
Yeah, my internet browser.
Browser.
Big guy browser.
Big boy browser.
I think it's fine. It's okay. It's a good Bowser's Castle. It's my least experienced one, so I can't really give any professional opinions. But it's not bad.
Yeah, I think I'll just put it above B tier and call it a day.
You know what? It's above Warrior Coliseum. I'm okay with that.
Alright, and then finally we have GCN Rainbow Road, and I will say I also really am not too big on this one. I think I definitely like the difficulty and how it like utilizes Double Dash's controls. Okay, actually, I kind of wanted to mention this for Sherbetland. This track is the only time I felt Double Dash's slipperiness. For Sherbetland, I didn't even feel a difference at all. But as soon as I got to River Road, that's when I noticed, like, okay, this is a complete, like, it went from Bowser's Castle being like, okay, yeah, you're fine, you're controllable, and then it just went to the hardest track in the series. Like, all of a sudden, I'm like, what's going on? I didn't really enjoy, like, the random spike in difficulty. It definitely makes it a cool Rainbow Road aesthetically, and I like the
Promise. Promise.
What?
Have you ever thought of just getting good at Mario Kart games? You know.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Just a minor suggestion, you know. I feel like this would change so many of your opinions.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is ridiculous.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to shoot him. I just want to talk to him.
You can't shoot him.
Wait, what? What are you doing?
Buddy, I don't know if I should remind you, but you've not even played this track. You have not even.
Yeah.
Love.
So,
I bet if I played it right now, I'd be
how
super
do
better
you
than you.
know how hard this track is, huh? If you've never played it.
Seriously, I need to see
some crazy
first time
video
playing Mario Kart Double Dash.
Again, I appreciate its difficulty and like it's going for like a big grand journey, but I feel like one is too long and it's too difficult just to run this like a difficulty from Bowser's Castle. So I'm gonna put it at the very top of D tier. Like I just not very fond of GCN Rainbow Road.
Listen to yourself. It's a Rainbow Road.
Yeah,
It is a
my
road.
my
I feel
point
like-
is
Called a Rainbow
that-
Road.
I feel like
No, listen.
I personally feel like if you're good at video games,
My
then you
point
can
is,
definitely be good at
is
having
that-
fun on this track.
every track before that feel like even like for the Mushroom Cup, like it gradually went in difficulty. Flower Cup it gradually went up in difficulty. Star Cup it gradually went up in difficulty. But for the Special Cup, it went from a pretty difficult course to a pretty easy course to a pretty mild course to straight up one of the hardest tracks in the series. That's my point. That the Special Cup is so inaccurate with like its difficulty that it goes from like a pretty easy going start to just like a straight rocket up. That's why I don't really like it.
Why do you call this Special Cup?
Well, it's definitely a special needs cup, I can tell you that.
Whoa, that's
You really dissing it, correct? Man.
I like each track individually. It's like Rainbow Road. It's just I don't like how it flows necessarily. That's my point. Anyway, what we're saying for the combined tier list? Where are we putting UCM? Rainbow Road?
I'd say put in like either like in the middle of B. I think it would be close to put it.
I'm willing to put it up in A tier. I really like the atmosphere on this one. And I do like the layout in theory. The only part that I don't like is the spiral section with the boosts. That part, I don't think there's... It feels impossible to like drive that without falling off in some way, shape, or form. Like, I do think that there is a bit of like a spike in difficulty to the point where it actually feels like unfairly difficult. However, I don't mind that very much, and I still enjoy the track because it is a road. It's called a Rainbow Road. But yeah, that's why it's in A tier. If I were not so issued with skill, then it could make its way up to S, maybe.
I completely agree. People should just get better at Mario Kart.
Alright, Mr. I've never played Double Dash. Okay.
If I never played Double Dash, how can you tell me bad on Double Dash?
Anyway, we're gonna move on to Mario Kart DS, and I'm gonna let this be known. This is overall probably my least favorite game in the series.
Wow.
I don't enjoy DS all that much.
I can't believe you.
The Nitro tracks is mainly where they shine. That's not the case for Figure Eight Circuit though. It's Figure Eight Circuit. What the fuck do you want me to say? Should we just put it in why does it exist?
Why does it exist? Yeah, this track is like, I find this track actually offensive. Like, every other circuit track, like, bland as they are, at least tries. So, like, they put the name in there or something. This one doesn't even have the luxury of doing that. It is a figure eight, and there are 3 item sets, and it's way too long. It is an affront to nature, and I hate it. Why does it exist?
I think this was called Figure 7 Circuit, or Figure 6 Circuit, Figure 5 Circuit, Figure 4 Circuit, Figure 3 Circuit, Figure 2 Circuit, Figure 1 Circuit, Figure 0.
Yeah, we get the joke. We get it. You're not funny. You're not special.
We're gonna go to
Be more funny.
Falls now. And I find this track to be well, maybe not extremely, but a bit underrated. I think this is a bit too harsh. People give us opinions on. I think this is a very solid B tier. I will put it just below Royal Raceway. I think the music is really like calming. I do enjoy it. I think the waterfall gimmick is really cool. I like the simple shape, and overall, it looks like a chicken nugget with a giant Yoshi egg in the middle. What's not to love? This track is.
That is a good point, actually.
I just adore this track. It's like Bowser's Castle 1 levels of love, but it's actually. It feels warranted this time. I don't like it as much, but it feels like it deserves to be. You know what, actually? I'll put it just above Bowser's Castle 1. I changed my mind. This is honestly just a really fine track. I love it. So yeah, I find it charming.
I can actually give you some input on this track, because this track got put back into Wii.
For some unknown reason. I don't know why they did that. They shouldn't have.
Beautiful.
This track, I love it. It's really, really good track. I personally think this is a very unique track compared to a lot of them in DS. I can see right now, because of the idea of trying to drive across waterfalls is like so cool to me, and the fact that this track doesn't it's like it's long, but it doesn't feel too long to the point where you just want it to end. So I think this is a solid A tier track.
Okay,
Really?
I that's base. I respect you for that. That's so true. I love that.
I love you too.
Wow. Damn, I didn't get a kiss back. Anyway, who's gonna go next?
All right, Igor.
I guess I'll go next. It's fine. It's just I don't have much opinions. It's a circle with a giant yellow shake in the center. So I guess it's fine. But head empty, no thoughts. It can go wherever. I guess.
I just find it really boring, to be honest. Like the waterfalls, I don't find them that interesting of a like hazard. The layout's really simple. I find the track too short. D tier, a high D tier.
I think it's gonna round down to the bottom of B tier. But whatever.
I'd put it in top of C for chicken nugget.
Yeah, okay, you know what? It's gonna go above mushroom bit just for that. It's gonna go just above mushroom bit.
Okay, fine. Alright, I'll shut my mouth. That's fine.
Alright, next we have DS
Wow.
Peach, and I will say, I used to not really like this track all that much, but in recent times I've actually really warmed up to it. Again, I know it's Peach theme, so you know you're gonna like it, but I don't know what it is. Like, this used to be like a bottom D tier track. This used to be the track that I just didn't like, but recently I've like warmed up to it a lot more. And honestly, I'm gonna put it like at the top of A tier, or top of B tier. Sorry. I think this track, it's a charming song, especially the part of the song when it goes like that little like instrument part where it goes like that. I think that's really funny, and it's just a cool track. Definitely the beach track of all time. I do really like it. That's kind of all I have to say though. To be fair.
There's water.
Water.
Water. H2O.
Yummer.
Water.
There's water.
Thirsty. Drink water. This is your daily reminder to drink some water.
I don't.
And if you're already drinking water, drink more water.
Alright.
Okay.
I think it's C tier. I think it's just kind of whatever. It does all the beach track stuff, and it is fine, but I don't really have any strong opinions about it.
I guess put it in C for cheap.
Yeah,
Alright.
forgot about that. Yeah, C for cheap.
We'll put it there, I guess. Next is Luigi's Mansion.
Yes, finally. A good
Luigi's
track.
Mansion.
The first good track on this list.
What do you mean?
I'm
How could you say this is the first good track when we have
Vanilla Lake too.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I'm inclined to disagree. I don't like Luigi's Mansion all that much.
Oh.
And this is
wow?
Mario Kart 7.
You just hate on Luigi.
This track is in Mario Kart 7 as well. I mean, I don't think it's a bad track. I just think it's a C tier track. I feel like it's overhyped. It does nothing too special. It's like you have to walk in trees. It's like whatever. Like it's fine.
You just hate Luigi. You just hate Luigi.
No, maybe
That's
I
all
do
it is.
hate Luigi. I'm more from Mario.
Oh, yeah.
then-
If you hate Luigi so much, just you wait until we get to the Luigi Circuit on the Wii.
But anyway, I just don't really find Luigi Circuit, Luigi's Mansion all that appealing, and I'm not too fond of it.
Test. I think it's B tier.
I think
it's
I think it's
A-tier.
it.
I think I love this track.
well,
Even though I've never
think-
played it
I
before.
think you put it.
I've
Oh
never
my
played it
God.
before. I can only think.
What have you played?
I played a lot of Wii. I played
No.
the original
Mario
Mario
Kart.
No.
What else? I played. I think I played a little bit of N64. I played a little bit of Tour, and I played a lot of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
This guy, bro. believe you
What?
never played Double Dash or DS.
I have like
Can't
I have
believe
like 1,000 hours on Wii. Leave me alone.
it. That's not. That's supposed to be a flex.
Yeah, I play a lot of Wii.
Honestly,
I have
that's,
my
that's
own
honestly
guide.
a pretty big flex. I can't even lie.
Guys,
I
watch
play a lot
out.
of Wii and only Wii. That was literally me, the Wii guy.
Guys, watch out. We have 1,000 hours of Mario Kart Wii. I am
What?
trembling. I'm quivering my boots right now.
Shiver me
Anyways,
timbers.
so cool.
Wait, call me
Exactly.
shy. Call me shy guy beast the way I shiver my timbers.
That's so funny. You should be a comedian.
You know,
I think just because
will
you
be.
said I'm gonna unsubscribe. Just because you said I'm gonna unsubscribe
Wow.
now.
Okay, can we talk about Luigi's Mansion, please? That was just not
I
good.
said I said it's B tier.
I know you said it
Those
was
beats.
B tier.
Crazy. Okay, put in B tier.
I like
discussion.
I really like this track actually. I'm gonna put it in A tier. I really like. It doesn't spend too much time in the mansion, which kind of sucks. But honestly, I understand why they did that, and what they did within the mansion itself is really cool. And I really like the forest section with the walking trees. I really like those walking trees. They're a little spooky. I like them, and especially with the DS version, like the road is like lime green. I really like the contrast between that and the dark green.
Alright. Do I?
No, we don't need to. Let's move on. Hey, Delfino Square.
Delfino's.
What happened?
You know what? Actually, do we want to talk about Desert Hills? Because I know where I'm going to put it.
I'll talk about it light. I can talk about it for a little bit.
I don't
I would
wanna
like to
talk
talk about it for a little bit.
I don't want to.
Because I don't think it's that bad. I'll say my piece real quick. I don't think it's that bad. I think much like Dry Desert, like we talked about before, I don't think it's really that bad. It's just kind of a whatever desert track. And I think this one is better than Dry Desert because it has some really nice like Super Mario Brothers 3 theming throughout the entire track, and that's really nice to see. But yeah, no, that still doesn't make it great. I think C tier is.
I will say
For me.
the CTGP Deluxe version of this track, like this makes Desert Hills be like an A tier track, because it has like an anti-gravity section, like where like the hills would be, but you can't take those shortcuts now. So for that would be like an A tier track if we're talking about the CTGP Deluxe version, but we're not. We're talking about the original version, and it fucking sucks. So we're gonna move on to Delfino Square. I do quite like. I love the song. I think the city section. I think that's pretty cool. I like the shortcuts that you can do. And overall, it is a pretty neat course. So for that, I will put it. It's better than GGP. No, I'll put it below B5. There we go. Put it at the very top of beta. I really do like the vibe. It's not anything like crazy good, but it's definitely still decent enough to where I will enjoy my playthrough of Delfino Square.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think it's just a nice vibe. Also, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I will be back.
Oh, okay.
Guys,
Okay.
I can talk about Delfino Square because Delfino Square is a Wii track as well. Guys, no way. Honestly, I think Delfino Square is a very enjoyable track. There's the dock shortcut. There's like a lot of there's the big bridge that tips up and down with boost panels. I think is really fun. The square, like the fact that it's like themed around like an actual square, like as in like a town square. I think this is a very good track. Only because it's in Wii. It's S tier. I would say S plus, but I'm saving a lot of S plus tiers for the Wii track specifically.
Oh yeah,
Please,
also
President
Vanilla
Noel.
Lake 2 as well, because we all know how you feel about that track. I think.
Alright.
Oh yeah, have you not gone yet? Sorry, my bad.
I have not. No worries. It's not shaped like an actual square and therefore bad. No. I love this track. I'm also gonna put it in S tier. Like everything else that Conspicuous said about it, I also agree with. The drawbridge, the shortcuts, like the alternate routes and like that middle-ish section of the track. But most of all, it just has vibes. Like this is the vibes track for me. I love this track.
Okay, beautiful. I think majority. I only put it in B tier. We'll put it like mid A. We'll put it above Daisy Cruiser. I personally am not that crazy for it, but I'll give it benefit of the doubt. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Oh, Waluigi Pinball, my favorite track. Yeah.
This track is literally just child gambling.
Like I feel like this track is what I imagine.
No, I don't think it goes
like
quite enough to looking at all the tracks in the D tier. It's making me think, okay, you're not that bad. You'll go just below Rainbow Road, but like still, I don't get why people love this track. Like I get it, like it has the pinballs, you go up and then you come back down, but I feel like you just spend too long in that winding road section. I like the cannon, and then I also like the big open area, but like you just go like down a windy road for no reason. There's no like shortcuts or like cool tech you can do, and it's just not my cup of tea. I really don't enjoy this track, and I never have a fun time on it really. It's not terrible. It's gonna go in F tier. It has a cool theme. I appreciate that. And Waluigi is the best character for this. It's just that I personally am not a fan of it, so I just don't like it.
Like this track is what I imagine is like it's like what feels like the 2-5 gum of this track. You just see a bunch of colors. But it's definitely the most overhyped track in Mario Kart history. So I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's like C or D in my opinion.
I don't think this is the most overhyped track in Mario Kart history because so many people have come around to calling it mid anymore. But I'm going to defend this track. I love this track so much. I love the unique theming. I love all the colors. I really like how it sticks with mostly cool colors for most of it, with the warm colors acting as accents. I really like that. But I think the main reason I don't hate like how it's like mostly just how there's so little time spent on the pinball machine. I know that's the main argument against this track, but the problem is because you can't really like get the experience of like actual pinball when you're the one acting as a pinball. At that point, it's mostly just a straight line, and then all of that pinball feeling is lost. So having like the windy road section adds like some of that actual like pinballness to the track, and I really like that about that. It's a really clever way of making the track work and fit with the theme very well. And I don't really mind the lack of shortcuts because I think it's fine. Like I think it's fine for tracks that have no shortcuts. I think it's fine to have tracks with lots of shortcuts. I think it's about having a balance between the two, so that way it's a little both. But yeah, I really love this track. I'm gonna keep calling it S tier no matter what. As long as they don't coconut mall it, it will remain S tier.
Alright, I guess that will average to... you know what, I'll put it below Luigi's mention. I might be giving it a benefit of the doubt, but... also, I'd like to point out thank you, Snow, for playing OBS while we're doing this.
What?
Yeah, Snow was playing OBS. I saw it in my Steam notifications.
Whoa.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Anyway,
Snow mentioned.
Yeah, look, woohoo, it's Snowland, yay. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're gonna go to Shroom Ridge, and obviously we all know that the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version revived this track and actually made it feel alive. This version, it's fine, it doesn't do anything, it just feels kind of empty in the DS version. Like, obviously you have, I'm pretty sure in this version you have the traffic going both ways, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
The traffic
Yep.
going both ways.
Yes.
So in
Yeah.
that case it does make it like a bit more challenging. However, I just feel like this is literally the most average traffic track can get, and it isn't until Mario Kart Deluxe where you had that cool music that you just feel kind of empty, really. So yeah, I don't really have any strong feelings for this track. It is a good Flower Cup ender though, I will say. It is a very good Flower Cup ender.
I guess. I'll put it in D tier. I do like driving on it. I like how the traffic goes both ways, but yeah, I think it's just a little plain. Yeah, it is just a little plain for my taste. I'm not sure that it would be the best Flower Cup ender. I would have put Waluigi Pinball there, but yeah, it's a perfectly fine track, and I like driving on it in both of the games it's in.
I don't have much opinion about Tomb Raider. It's just a fine course.
Are we at
We
Wii
can definitely get
yet or no?
No.
We're about to start the
No.
stock up. Don't worry, buddy. Okay.
Do you want to say something about Shroom Ridge or no?
No.
Okay.
We'll try and get through. Try and get through at least
As
DS.
much as we can in like an hour.
Yeah.
I think we can get through DS and
I think-
probably Wii. I think we can get
If
through
we can
Wii.
get to at least 3DS, that'll be hype. Anyway,
Yeah.
DK Pass. I feel like this one is a bit underrated. I actually really like the aesthetic of this course. I think this is one of the better DK tracks, and I'm actually gonna put it like all the way up here.
Ooh.
Tier. I really like DK Pass. I feel like it has a good difficulty.
Ooh.
I feel like the snowballs are a good hazard, and I especially like that item box. I always do the mushroom or a star. I just
Oh
really
yeah,
like how
I
this
know
track-
that
I
box.
really like how this track plays and feels, and it's just very charming to me. Somewhat nostalgic, you could say, but yeah, I do quite like this track.
I feel like I'm in the same, like the exact same boat. I don't know why, but I just like this track, and I just can't explain why. I just like it. I just think it's cool. I just think it's fun to play on. And that's about it.
Yeah.
I'll put it in B tier. I think it's a good ice track. I do like going up it with like the snowballs and going down, but most of it does just kind of feel like an ice track to me. So that's why I'm only putting it in B tier. But like I understand. Yeah, I understand why people like it. It's got vibes.
It's better than Waluigi Pinball.
It is better
No.
than Waluigi Pinball. I would even
Yes.
I'm surrounded by mid-ballers.
That is true. I am a mid-baller all day through.
He's not balling. Oh my god.
Okay, Conspicuous, is there anything you would like to add?
He's dead again.
Just because of that, we're gonna bump it up. Okay. Next we have
Okay.
TikTok Clock, and I like this idea. I like the concept. It definitely gave 8 Deluxe like it's it's like I walked so he could run type of thing. Like I felt that's what
Yeah.
TikTok Clock is. So I think it just looked kind of ugly. That is like my main issue, but like gameplay wise, it worked perfectly fine. So I'm gonna put this just below Mario Circuit 2, but it is definitely a really good theming track, and I do like it for that. And I'm not complaining if it is ever picked randomly when I'm playing DS. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. I really like how the track plays. I really do like how it plays in DS as well, because the clock hands, you can't jump over them. They're actual hazards. I really do like that.
Yes.
The gear section is a lot more punishing, and I really like that as well. The pendulums also are a lot more punishing. I really like just how much more hazardous the hazards are in this track. Even though it does look a bit unpolished, I really like how it commits to the theme, and like the fact that it's based on one specific Mario 64 level is pretty cool. I'm gonna put it in F tier.
Oh, TikTok Clock. I think it's a really good course. It's just good. There's not much to say about it. It's just good.
Alright, what tier would you put this in?
Probably A tier at the lowest.
Looking at like a high A then for the combined tier list.
Okay.
Conspicuous?
How similar is it to the clock level in Mario 64?
Well, it's a racetrack, so
Yeah, exactly. It's the racetrack, so not really.
Like aesthetically.
pretty similar.
It's the same. Exactly, it's like almost the same.
Okay, this is like A tier.
Okay.
Okay.
It's steamer, it's
Checks out.
cool.
Checks
DS Mario Circuit. I think
Wow.
I think this is
Holy crap.
the best Mario circuit in the series. No shocker. But I don't think it's better than the deluxe version, but it is definitely still like pretty good. I'm gonna put this just above Cheap Cheap Island. No, just above Cheap Cheap Beach.
Mario Circuit 2 is an A tier, by the way.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it is. Oh, you're right. Actually, you know what? My bad. Hold on.
You're welcome. I got you. I will help you make sure that it is the best Mario Circuit in the entire franchise. Even though I don't agree and I think it's C tier, but whatever.
You know, I almost did make an oopsie, but yeah, I just feel like the fire piranha plants, how even like the little pipe that you go through is a nice touch. I like the difficulty, like it's a perfect StarCraft track. I like how much more twisty, like the path after the jump you would do in a deluxe, like where you see Peach's castle. I like that is a bit more twisty in this version, but obviously I like the deluxe version way more. So yeah, no, really solid track. Round of applause.
I don't disagree with any of that. However, I think it really lacks in the visual department. Most of it's really plain, and I think the 8 Deluxe updates to like the 4 section, and then there's like a little ramp right before you get to the section with the piranha plants. I think those were really what it needed to hit its stride, but I think the original version, I think it has the Shroom Ridge problem. I'm gonna give it C tier though.
Honestly, I think how plain it looks actually benefits it this time. I think how plain it looks, like how simplistic it feels. I think that actually what boosts like kind of like I'm not as nostalgic for DS. You can tell by at least favorite track in this, at least favorite game in the series. But like I actually feel like it benefits it because of how plain it is. But obviously the 8 Deluxe version definitely is way better. But I feel like for the original makes it look and feel better and more fitting. If that makes sense. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
Aipom, what do you have to say?
About which track again? I can't remember.
Mario Circuit.
Mayo Circle.
It's a Mario Circuit.
It's
Mario Circuit.
Mayo Circle.
It's Mario Circuit. What else is there to say, really? I mean, I feel like there's nothing else to say about it.
Alright, we'll just leave it. Next, we're on to the. Come on now. It's Airship Fortress. This is the peak of DS.
That's easy as no discussion, don't care, then
I'll put it just go sky around a bit.
easiest here.
But seriously, Airship Fortress is such a good track. Like, the fact that it comes from the etching from Mario Bros. 3. I don't really care for Mario Bros. 3, I'm not gonna lie. But like, this track is just done to perfection. I think the song is like perfect. I think just how the track plays, especially that big spiral section in the tower, that's a lot of fun to like chain a bunch of like mini turbos in. I always have a good time playing Airship Fortress, and it will always remain as my favorite DS track for obvious reasons. I really do like Airship Fortress.
The
I agree
fact
with
that
a lot of
this
that.
one didn't return in 8 Deluxe will never not make me upset.
Yeah.
I just like every time I see DS Mario Circuit, I just get so upset.
I agree.
No, because like it's literally it should have been me, not him meme.
Absolutely.
It's literally what this is.
I absolutely agree, because I thought Mario Circuit could work perfect for Mario Kart 9, Mario Kart X, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I absolutely agree, but I still find Mario Circuit to be fine. But yeah.
Yeah, this is also my favorite track from DS, and I love a lot about it. Like, the visuals, the atmosphere, like the hazards, I really like the hazards. I'm gonna give it S tier. The one complaint I have with it is actually the spiral section. I find it really hard to like navigate in the DS version. I think the 7 version is better for that reason, but like in the DS version, it just feels very awkward to take that spiral section effectively. But otherwise, pretty close to perfect.
You know, I do kind of agree with you, but I just feel that I feel like how like the DS DS mini turbo system works. I feel like it still works pretty fine. Like just flicking it fast and just have a bunch of super mini turbos. But I do think the 7 version is overall better though. I do agree with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even move it. I think we're just gonna put it in S plus tier, like about the same.
Or S tier.
Oh, that's a yeah. Honestly, we'll put it top of S tier because it's 2. Like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next we're gonna go to DS Wario Stadium, and I mean, this version, it's not the 8 Deluxe version, so it's not gonna go in A tier, but it is still pretty respectable in my opinion. I think this is a bigger improvement than Pinball. I'm gonna put it just above Circuit 4. I think this track, it plays decently, and I do enjoy myself on it more. However, the 8 Deluxe, the 8 version, sorry, it's like much better. It's still an A tier, but I much prefer the 8 version for obvious reasons as it is upgraded. But still, I love Wario Stadium, and I will always be a defender of Wario Stadium.
I think it's like B tier. I'm not that sold on it. I do think it is like pretty fun to like drive on in both versions. However, I don't know. I find it is just kind of just a stadium track. I don't think it does enough for me to put it higher than B tier for me personally. Like, I like it, but not that much, to be honest.
I feel the same. I like it, but you're not enough for A tier kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it below Benchy Boardwalk. Alright, next we have DS Peach Gardens. This track is in Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think...
So Wii, you said?
No.
Hi, I'm here now.
Anyway,
It's not in Wii.
I think this is gonna go in S tier. I think Peach Gardens. I think the best version, personally, is the 8 Deluxe version. However, I do like the difficulty of the DS and Wii version a lot better. And I just feel like I like the peace sign, like that one last part. I like how many hedges are in that big open section, and overall it does feel better to weave in between them, especially in the Wii version. But I think the 8 Deluxe version just aesthetically makes it look so much nicer, and even with the simplicity, going back on lap 3 is always a good time. But for the DS version, it's just gonna go in S tier, pretty respectable, and I do love playing this track pretty much every time. So yeah, really good track.
I'm gonna give it a very high A tier. I really do like driving on this track, but actually, no, I lied. I'll put it up in S tier. Actually, I lied. I don't know why I didn't have it in S tier before. I really enjoy driving on it. Yeah, it's very fun. I'll put it up in S tier. I'll give it up.
This is a very unique track that I personally love. Is it worthy to be in Wii? But it's also just a good track in general, so I think it's S tier.
Alright, I think S tier is where it belongs, yes? Just lay it around there.
Yes.
Alright, next we're gonna go on to, honestly, a pretty lacking ending for DS. I've never really liked Bowser's Castle or Rainbow Road. For Bowser's Castle, like, you have the spinny thing, and where you go down, and you have to two-step path. That's cool. But the rest of it, I'm not really big on. So I'm just gonna put it at the just up below Bowser's Castle 2 GBA. I don't know. I just never. I can't remember this track for the life of me. It's really forgettable. And same for its Rainbow Road, which I'll also do now. Like, it has the loop-de-loops, it has the corkscrew, it has a pretty good tune, but I can barely remember it, and it's just really forgettable. I don't really have too much to say. It's still a really good Rainbow Road once you do play it, but I can't put it any higher than B tier right there. Like, it's just not doing much for me.
We're so close to the Wii tracks, I can almost taste it.
Anyway, what do you guys want to say for Bowser Castle?
It's Bowser's Castle. I don't know. I forget it.
That's exactly how I feel.
Like you see, it would be so crazy if like the second we get to the Wii tracks, we just cut off right there. Stop.
Part 2 coming soon.
Yeah.
All right.
I would kill everybody. I would destroy everybody. I would mark down
All right, well,
Thomas's channel
well done.
for child harassment and terrorism.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Those two
All right,
specifically.
yeah. I'm gonna talk about Bowser Castle now, if you don't mind. This is actually one of my favorite Bowser Castles. I love driving on this one. I love all of the moving parts on it, like with the gear section and the rotating section and the moving blocks. I really like how all of it plays out. There's a lot of like tight hallways as well, or like narrow pathways, and I really like those as well. I'm actually going to give it S tier. It's top 3 Bowser Castles for me. I just really like driving on it.
I don't like that opinion. But whatever.
Too bad.
Right, fine. I guess I'll put it in B tier overall, below Wario Stadium.
Sure. The B for Bowser.
And then we have Rainbow Road. How do you guys feel about Rainbow Road?
I don't know. How do you feel about Rainbow Road?
I mean, I already said that it's too forgettable, and I just don't really find it that interesting.
I like this Rainbow Road. I think it's A tier. It could do more. I think it could be harder. But I really do like the loop-de-loop and the corkscrew because they feel very dangerous. Like getting hit knocks you off, essentially, if you're upside down. And I really do like that risk and reward feeling of it. Although I do think I would also appreciate like one that used actual anti-gravity, so that way that couldn't happen. But I think A tier for me. I like Rainbow Roads.
Alright, I think we'll just do... We'll put it like there, I guess. I think that works.
Okay.
Okay, now we're on to Wii Luigi Circuit.
Mario Kart Wii.
Guys, thanks for watching.
All right, guys.
Here.
All right, guys. We have now left the promised part of the video. This is now my video now.
Oh,
I will be talking primarily about these Wii tracks.
You know,
First one, Luigi Circuit is an absolute classic. It is the perfect beginner track. If you want to play Wii at all, this is a great starter place. It has straight lines, it has sharp turns, it has shortcut, it has alternate paths. This is a great starter track. This is an S+ tier.
Oh god, that's gonna be a trend, isn't it? Okay, my opinion on this track is, I do think this track is slightly underrated. I feel like this track isn't like as talked about or as liked as I want it to be. I do think this is like up there as one of the beginner tracks. I am going to put it just below Mario Circuit 4. I think it does job well as a starter track, and it's very fun to play in my opinion. I do really enjoy this one.
Bubba Raceway is crazy to me. I think it's C tier. It is fine. It does what it needs to do. It is a starter circuit. It doesn't really have like a standout gimmick aside from like the one boost pad section, which like, okay, cool. But I do like that shortcut at the end as well. I really like taking that one. That is why it is not my least favorite track in this game. C tier.
It's a circuit with Luigi and a giant Luigi balloon. I guess it's
Or the giant Luigi statue was there.
The giant Luigi statue might work.
Yeah, I think all combined we will put it. We'll put it like just above DS Mario Circuit, I guess. I don't know. The track that I've kind of honestly been waiting for. I know I've been waiting for Mario Kart 7, but Moo Moo Meadows.
Okay, I'll let you have this one.
Thank you. All right, Moo Moo Meadows is like I want to say that it's one of the best tracks of all time. That it's perfection. It's blah blah blah. But if we're being realistic, it is it is a bottom A tier track. It would originally be B tier, but it's Moo Moo Meadows. I think honestly, even for a second, like for the second track in the game, like the cows, like they're a cute hazard. I think it like the simple like farm aesthetic and especially the music, it all just fits so well together like puzzle pieces. And I always just have a smile on my face whenever I play this. Like no matter which game, I'm always having a good time playing through Movie Meadows, and I want it in every single game from now on, Nintendo. I don't want you to stop remaking this one course. Please. I love Moon Meadows. I love Moon Meadows.
All right, so now it's my turn. This track is an absolute classic. Beautiful remake of the old Moo track. This track has cows in the background. It has cows as obstacles. It has boost panels into little hills that can make you fly over them. And there's also moles around, which adds more obstacles. The music is great. The background is phenomenal. This is an S+ tier track.
Oh, okay. I'll put it in B tier. I really do like driving on it. It is a great like second track. I think the one thing where it's like, is the visuals, mostly for the Wii remake. Obviously, the 8 Deluxe is. Well, the Wii version. The 8 Deluxe remake is fantastic, but like that doesn't really. We're not counting that for this video. I think the original one, not my favorite visuals. So that's I think the reason why it's not that high. But B tier. I think it's my favorite second Mushroom Cup track.
It's I guess it's B tier. It's fine.
Overall, we'll put it like mid-beta. Next, we have Mushroom Gorge.
Alright, so Mushroom Gorge is a beautiful track, might I mention. Not only does it have the Yeah, thank you. Not only does it have the unique privilege of having its own mechanic, that being mushrooms that you can bounce off of, but it's not just like one singular part. It's dedicated to different sections, which I love because you get to experience it more and more. This is a beautiful track. S+ tier.
Mushroom Gorge, I feel like the original Wii version I actually don't like as much as I used to. After playing through it, I realized that the mushrooms are a lot more jank, and I just don't think they're as fun. It's still a good track, it's a good theme. I just never understood why this wasn't the final track of the Mushroom Cup, considering it's Mushroom Gorge. I honestly think that Toast Factor would have been fine being the penultimate and just swapping them two around. But other than that, it's a fine course. I just think it's kind of fallen off. Get it? Because you fall off when you. It's a bottom B tier for me. It's not really crazy, the original. But the 7 version is worse, but the 8 Deluxe version is better. So yeah, that's what I have to say.
I'd like to disagree with one thing you said. I think the 7 version is better because I think the main problem with Mushroom Gorge in Wii specifically, the version that we're talking about, is like the engine, like you said, all of it's like way too jank. So that's why I like the 7 version more, because a lot of that is just gone. And then obviously the 8 Deluxe version as well is better. I think B tier for the Wii version is reasonable as well. I understand why people like it more, but I'm not having as much fun playing on it as I feel like I should be, and that is an issue.
The only reason why I feel like the 7 version is worse because the track feels much more empty, and like it's like everything just feels overscaled in my opinion. But I see where you're coming from.
I guess.
Aipom, what do you have to say?
Nothing. Mushroom Gorge. Mushroom Gorge is a good track.
Alright.
Yeah.
Next we're gonna go to Toad.
Alright, so Toad's Factory.
I forgot yours.
So I will agree with one of your opinions. I do think that Mushroom Gorge should have been the end track for the Mushroom Cup. But like nevertheless, this is still a really good track. There's the factory setting. There's the fact that you have to go through different at least you go through the mud tiles and the boost panels. There's the fact that you can collide with boxes to get more items. And I think it's just a really fun track. I think it's a S tier, not S.
Okay, the one time where I want to put it in S+. Okay, whatever, man. Alright.
Listen. If they put Mushroom Gorge as the 4th one and Toad's Factory in the 3rd one, this would have been an S+ tier.
I think it goes just above Sky Garden. I put it in S+ just because I feel like the music is absolutely killer. I feel like the obstacles are like perfectly placed. I like the mud section while the boost panels and the track are going in and out. I like the conveyor belts. I like the alarms. Just everything, like every attention to detail in the track is just absolutely fantastic. And I always have a fun time playing on it. It's a lot of fun, and it's Toad's Factory. What else do you want me to say? Bring it back in the next game.
Yes, please do that. I have it in S tier. I'm very picky with my S+ tier, but it is a very good track. I love the use of conveyor belts throughout the entire track. It feels like very dedicated to that idea, and it works very well. And then also the mud section is also very good. Not quite the same as the conveyor belts, but I think it's similar enough that you get the idea across, and it is a very fun section. I think it's S tier.
It has the best one of the best music in my history, so it's S tier.
Alright, you all put S tier, so we'll put it at the very top of S tier then. Wii Mario Circuit. Now this is.
Alright, so I'm on Wii Mario Circuit.
I keep forgetting.
I keep wanting to forget, but I can't.
Alright.
I need to do Coconut.
I'll let you have Mario Circuit. But
Oh, I don't want Mario. No. I insist.
No, you're taking. No, you insist on Mario Circuit. I'll take Coconut Mall.
Elder, save me.
It's just a fake rebate with a chain jump and Goombas. Yeah, that's Mario Circuit. Anyway, you can have Mario Circuit now. Now I've done with Mario Circuit, so you can have it.
I think Mario Circuit, for it being a Mario Circuit, I think is a fine track. I mean, I like the change up part like a lot.
Okay, we're on Mario Circuit. It is like C tier. It is whatever. It is functional at best. I used to not like it as much. This is still my least favorite track, but like, it is fine.
Yeah, I think C tier is where it shall reside. Okay.
Anyways, on the Coconut Mall.
This is S+ tier, and there is no other opinion whatsoever. If you think it's not S+ tier, you are considered a crime against humanity.
Whoa.
So
Whoa.
my thing on Coconut Mall is that I think that it is S tier, below 364, below Let's Say Pop, below. I think it's a good track, like as an idea. I mean, going through a mall, that's like perfect. However, my problem is like the interior. I think the deluxe version just knocks it out of the park. I think like how that version looks is perfection. And also, I think the 7 version has the best music. And I say that because, you know, you can hear the bass a lot more and everything just like pumping through the speakers. And like you can just, it feels like the mall is like more empty, but that's like a good thing. Because like you get that like, almost like an echo. And I really, really like that. So, I just think that the Wii version isn't really that good.
No.
As in, like, compared to... I mean, I definitely think that the 8 Deluxe version is like a B tier. I think that the 7 version is like an A tier. So this is like the best version overall in terms of gameplay, but I think the interior does not make it an S+ tier.
Promise, if you do not put this in S+ tier, we will have another Vanilla Lake too. Thank you. We don't want another Vanilla Lake 2 now, do we?
I put it below Data Cruiser. Anyway, where's Coconut? Where did I put Coconut? Well, I put it in S tier already. So who wants to talk about Coconut?
I said S+.
Okay.
We're talking about.
I agree with S tier. I'm very picky with my S+ tier, but Coconut Mall is fantastic. It picks its theme, it commits to it perfectly, it has a fantastic layout, it's got great hazards at the end. I think this is very deservingly so the single most iconic track in all of Mario Kart history. The other Rainbow Roads are all fighting with each other. There really is only one Coconut Mall, and I'm so happy that it is as good as it is.
You see, thank you for. I was gonna say that. I was gonna get really, really mad at Promise for comparing this Coconut Mall to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart 7. Because realistically, there's only one Coconut Mall, and it's this Coconut Mall.
Yo, Conspicuous, did you know it says gullible on the ceiling? You should check that.
It actually says gullible on the floor. You should check that.
Okay.
I saw that.
No.
I saw that. No, I saw. No,
What do you mean?
Nope.
No, it's an S plus there. What do you mean?
At least place it above Donkey Kong's Jungle Parkway, and I will be content.
Fine.
Refrigerator.
All right, we can move on.
Anyway, oh wait, sorry. Actually, I want to go last for DK Summit. I want to go last.
Okay, I'll say my opinion about DK Summit. Best tier. This is a very good track.
Yeah,
This is how you do a winter themed Donkey Kong track.
DK Pass.
You literally go shoot yourself up to a top of a summit and you slide down like you're skiing.
Whatever.
Okay. I very much like this track, and it is very fun. It is DK Mountain, but now it is ice, so I'll put it up in S tier. I'm very picky with my S plus tier, but S tier, yeah.
I think this is a very cool. Gotta get it because it's like ice. Ice
Because
is
it's like
cool.
ice and snow.
Exactly.
Alright, actually we don't rebond because I still need to talk about,
Oh yeah, you still need to talk about it.
so,
We forgot.
do you all put it in S tier?
Yeah, I think we all did.
Okay,
Yes.
so, if you all put it in S tier, then that means that this is going to, go in A tier, about there, I think.
What?
Reason-
I'm going to have to need a long list of reasonings on why you're putting DK Summit in B tier.
Oh, I'm not putting it in B tier. Who said I was gonna put it in B tier?
No.
No, what? Oh no, you are not doing DK Summit like that. No. This is killing me. You're killing me.
I'll make it better than
I'm
Bowser.
dying.
I think it's better than Bowser Castle.
I'm gonna need a long list of reasonings.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I am not the biggest fan of this track. I will say this is better than the 8 Deluxe version, and I don't need to get into that because I'm talking about that. But just know that I fucking hate the 8 Deluxe version. It's an E tier. It's not quite F tier, but it's literally in the middle of D and F tier. The track is so much more janky in the 8 Deluxe version with the half pipes, and then my main.
That's the fun of it.
Okay, no. I can't get into that without explaining the Wii version, because the Wii version is better, but it's still not great. My reasoning is because the bumps are better in 8 Deluxe, because the Wii version, you just go flying into the air, and you get way too much air, and it slows you down so much.
Because it's an obstacle.
It isn't even satisfying to trick, and I just don't like it. But then this is where the Wii version shines. This is where, okay, you're not a D tier, but you're kind of just average. My reasoning is because the shortcut is not just a straight shot for the double shortcut. The single shortcut feels satisfying to like have that like little, you know, like where you like turn around and like you do that. The single shortcut feels so smooth in the Wii version, and I much prefer it. And I like the difficulty of the double shortcut, whereas in 8 Deluxe, the single shortcut isn't even worth it, and the double is literally free, as long as you know how to pull it off. And I just don't like how what should be the harder shortcut makes the simpler one obsolete, makes it pointless. And I've always hated that. So that's why I still think the Wii version is better, but overall, like with everything adding up and just how boring and uninspiring the track feels to me, I think it's C tier. I don't care for it.
I would like to say I have not heard a single reason why it's boring and dull. I have just heard reasons why Wii is better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which I agree.
Well,
Yeah.
I say it's boring and dull is because the music is just boring to me. I don't like it at all, and the fact that you just have some Shy Guys, like that's nothing. That does nothing to me. The patches of snow are just like a boring obstacle, or like just off-road. Like I don't find it fun, and the fog is nothing. It just feels unnecessary, and it just makes the track even less fun than it already is. So I just don't have a strong attachment to this track in any way. I do not like DK Summit.
I didn't even realize there was fog on the track, but this is below Snowland. Okay.
You know, I'm pretty. You just have objectively wrong opinions about Wii tracks. I'll just admit. You need to play more
I
Wii
want
in
to
your
talk about
life.
Warriors Goldmine. You know what? I want to talk about Warriors Goldmine. I think this is roughly the same as DK Summit.
What?
I think
Excuse me?
D-tier track. I do not like Warriors Goldmine. I think that the minecart section is just not very fun. It's uninspiring. I don't think it doesn't have any challenge. I feel, it's either too difficult or too easy. Pick one, Nintendo. I feel like the dips in the road are annoying and they're just a blind spot for no reason. They don't need to be there. And there's just nothing charming about the track to me. I do not care for DK Summit and Warriors Goldmine at all, basically. I do not like them.
I would like to start off by saying that Wario's Goldmine is an S tier track, and I will list why. Number 1, the dipping up. It's very fun. It's very enjoyable. Number 2, the deep cave section and the minecarts are obstacles, but they're fun obstacles because you get to like weave around them, and if you get good at avoiding the obstacles, you get rewarded with the shortcut. Number 3, the shortcut is really fun, and it shows you a different perspective of the cave. Number 4, the aesthetic of a gold mine sounds really cool, and I love it. And I think that Wario's Gold Mine is an S tier track. I love it.
The shortcut is like the one good thing about this track. I feel the shortcut makes it feel like more connected in a way. It still is kind of pointless though. Like I just don't find it fun.
All right. I'll give it A tier. I agree with a lot of the reasonings, but I don't think it's like quite enough to hit S tier. I do enjoy driving on it though, but I don't know. It's not the most appealing like aesthetic ever, but I do like the aesthetic though. So and I like the gameplay a lot, so that's why I think it's A tier.
I think it's A tier. It's fine.
Alright, now we're gonna get to probably one of the maybe even my favorite cup of all time.
This is a very good cup.
This is a good cup.
We have Wii Circuit. I think this track is very cute. I do like the aesthetic, and I just think it's very fun to play as well. It's very satisfying to take those turns. So I will put it at the mid A. Yeah, around there. That should do it. I think that's perfect.
Alright, I would like to say that Daisy Circuit is a phenomenal track. I love the fact that you're like going around the statues, as you can clearly see what is going on in the track. You get to have your other side sidewalks. You get to have the cool little shortcuts here and there. And I think it's a very fun track to look at in general. I don't think it's that entertaining, but I still think it's a fun track, so I'll give it an A tier.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that reasoning. But I would say B tier for me. I'm not super engaged driving on it, but I do enjoy it though. Still, it is one of the good circuits. I like driving on it.
I will say it is one of the circuits that bore me the least, but that's probably just because of the giant Luigi and Daisy statue.
Yeah.
So it's fine. It's still right. Like B tier.
Alright, next we're gonna go to Koopa Cape.
Okay, Koopa Cape. This is the penultimate Wii track. If there was a tier higher than S plus tier, this would get it. This is my favorite track. Favorite track that comes very close to Vanilla Lake 2. This is an S plus tier, maybe even higher.
Okay, I would like to point, this is probably my least favorite track of the Star Cup. That's not to say that it's bad though, I just think that it's... I just think it's like more of a B tier. It's definitely... No, actually, I'll put it just above Moon Meadows. But I just think that this track is... I like the difficulty. I definitely like how it plays and how smooth it feels. I just think that the other 3 tracks kind of outshine it with their themes a little bit better, because it's just kind of like a water park themeless track. But it's still like it still has a cool vibe. I definitely do enjoy it, and I'm not gonna complain if you pick it like 24/7. But you know there are better tracks in the series. So, yeah, that's all I have to say.
I actually agree with a lot of that. I'm giving it A tier. I really do like how it plays, and like the rushing water sections are really nice. I especially love the pipe section because this is the only version of the track where it's actually good. But I don't really know what it is. It just doesn't really seem as like far like out there as crazy of a theme as like the back half of the. Like especially like some of the other tracks in this game, and I think maybe that's why I'm not gonna put it in S tier, but it is like a very high A tier for me. Like it's like right there. I think I don't know what it needs, but it needs like something else to get it up to S tier.
I would like to say I would have put Koopa Cape in a combined tier list tier. So I love this track so much. If there was this is your baby park grinding, this is my Koopa Cape grinding. I also completely agree. Maple Treeway is an S+ tier for me.
I don't think it's better than GBA Rainbow Road. However, I will say that Maple Treeway it is partially Steven bias, it is Wriggler bias, it is everything bias. Yeah, I can't just not hate it. It has such like a calming like theme of a song, and like just from the just like the starting section, and like the net. I think the net's pretty cool. It's like pretty challenging, but like you know you can still like get used to it. But there's nothing functionally wrong with this track. It's just absolute perfection. And every time I race it, I have a big ass smile on my face, and I can never get enough of it. It's like truly like a nicotine for Mario Kart for me, and this is easily my favorite Wii track. Easily my favorite Wii track. Absolutely.
This is like a top 5 Wii track for me. This is a perfect track, honestly. There are only so few Wii tracks that can top this. This is S+.
I'm gonna say it's a top 3 for me. However, I'm very picky with my S+ tiers. I'm gonna give it S tier, but I really do love everything about this track. Layout is great. The aesthetic is great. The theming is great. Like the idea is great. It really does nothing wrong. Everything is great. Still can't ruin this track. So many years later, 15 years later, S tier. It's fantastic.
I think it's a good track. I mainly like the giant wiggler. I think he's funny. But I think this is A tier. I think it's A tier.
Really?
I'll put it top of S tier then.
We have zero S+ tiers.
We have to have one track in S+. Come on.
I think we can get there. Hang on. I think we can get there. I think we'll get there eventually. I believe.
Okay, this is my second favorite Wii track, Grumble Volcano. I don't think it's better than Ship Fortress. I'm gonna move Soul Saturday down to S tier actually. Anyway, I think Grumble Volcano is it does everything right. I think the way that the track falls after a certain amount of time, I think that's a cool gimmick. I like the fireballs at the end. And just the music is absolute perfection as well to really make you aware of like your surroundings. It's perfection, almost perfection, but it is S+ tier. I'm a loss for words of how good this track is. It has a really good gimmick.
This track is definitely in. I wouldn't say it's not in my top 5, but I would say it's still really, really high. I wouldn't say for me it's S+ tier worthy, but it's definitely S tier worthy, like top of S. It's a very good track.
I think it's only A tier. I really do like what it's going for. I like what it's doing a lot, but I don't know. I don't find it to be like quite up to like my S tier standards. But it is an A tier for me. I really do like driving on it.
But when the volcano is grumbling,
That is very true.
So true.
Next, we have another banger cup, Dry Ruins. I don't really know what to say for this one, honestly.
I'll be honest.
tier.
Out of all the tracks we talked about in Wii, this is probably my least played.
oh my god.
I have not played this one that much, but that still doesn't change my opinion at all. I still think it's a good track. It's just like, it's not like compared to the other Wii tracks. I don't think it's like the greatest. I would say it's a low A.
I can't believe
Yeah, I
you
agree with
have
that.
you have 1,000 hours, but yet you barely know Dry Ruins. How does that? how does that happen?
I just didn't have a feel for it. I spent all my time on Koopa Cape and Coconut Mall. Sue
I
me.
feel like yes.
Oh, and also on
That's
I'm
like-
also on Wii Rainbow Road.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I agree with Dave for this one. It is good. Good desert track.
Alright, we'll put
They
it
did it.
there. I think that's fair enough.
Reasonable. Yes.
This one, I have words. This one
Oh.
is such a good track. I love it. I love this track so much. Whenever I play with it, I always have some funny moment or some stupid moment. It's so enjoyable. I love this track. It's an S for me. Not an S plus though. But this is like, I feel like this track gets a lot of hate sometimes with the mechanic. But I feel like the mechanic is so fun and interactive that I feel like it has to be S. This is a good track. Anyways, back to your guys' losers' opinions.
I haven't even said anything.
I just know you're gonna. I already know though.
Oh, do you? We'll see.
I want to do mine last, to be fair.
Okay. Here. Go ahead and give me your prediction. Conspicuous. What do you think I'm gonna put it?
I'm predicting Promise is gonna put it in a harsh D tier. I'm thinking Tags is gonna think it's okay. It's gonna put it in A tier. I think you're gonna put it in like a low A tier.
Cool.
Barely off. I think it's B tier. I like it for what it's worth. But Special Cup City Track, it's nice, but it's not the craziest thing in the world. And it doesn't do like anything like Mushroom City, which I prefer more because it has like those alternate routes. I find that really cool. Moonview Highway, just a slight bit worse. I think B.
I think this is my favorite like city track. So I think it still goes in like B tier.
Alright, we'll average that down to like the bottom of A tier. My opinion on Moonview Highway is that I much prefer the 8 Deluxe version. Not because of I don't like the Wii version. I still think it's a solid like B tier. I just think that the music definitely carries it. However, I will say what the Wii version does better is the chaos. I do like the cars a lot more. I just think the driving of it deluxe like makes it more satisfying to take those turns. But the Wii version is nothing wrong. It's fine. I'll put it just below Cheap Cheap Peach, but yeah, pretty fine course. I'm not gonna be upset with it. So yeah.
Alright, Wii Bowser Castle. I love this one a lot. This one's like, I wouldn't say it's S tier, but it's like a very high A tier for me. I like this track a lot. It's just like, I have standards for a lot of these Wii tracks. I know, shocking. I don't like some Wii tracks more than others. I think this one's one of those. I think this is a high A tier.
I will say that Bowser's Castle, like I said, like I do kind of get the themes from GameCube, DS, and Wii. They kind of mixed up. This is the one that I remember the most, though, and I gotta say, this Bowser's Castle is a really good one. It's not like one of my favorites, but it still is pretty decent. So I will put this in a respectable mid-A tier, just below Loop Circuit, I think I'll do. But yeah, absolutely, I do like this track quite a lot. So yeah.
Aipom, you want to go first?
Oh, yeah, sure. I think this is the best Bowser's Castle, but I feel like being S plus is too high. But I'm fine if it goes wherever. But it is the best Bowser's Castle in my opinion. That's all my thoughts.
Alright, you guys mind if I do the 2-for-1 on this one in Rainbow Road? Because I need to head out, like, real soon.
Okay,
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
Alright.
not gonna defeat my opinion after we.
He's definitely gonna do that.
Yeah, just,
Go ahead.
you guys can update me on what happens with Rainbow Road later, but I'll start with Bowser's Castle. This is another one of my contenders for, like, top 3 along with DS Bowser Castle. I really like this one. The half-pipe section is, like, one of my favorite gameplay sections of pretty much any track ever. And a lot of it just flows really nicely. I like the twisty hallway section at the very beginning as well. That's really nice. I think it is S tier, but it is not S plus tier. I have not put a single track in S plus tier up until now, and because that is where Rainbow Road is going.
I completely agree.
I
think
I
it
saw
is.
your Rainbow Road Taylor, so I saw those coming.
Yes. Yes, I think it is the perfect Mario Kart track. The more I've played all of the Mario Kart games, but especially Wii Rainbow Road and both of the games that it's in, it never gets old. I think it is flawless. It is a joy to play every time. Every single section flows together so smoothly. It's so fun to drive through. Each section is unique. The vibes are a masterpiece. The visuals, it's got some Good Egg Galaxy. It's got some Star Bits. I think it is perfect. S plus tier. I need to head out. See you guys later.
See ya.
Alright.
Bye, tags.
Bye, Tags.
Bye.
All right. Anyways, hopping off of Tags, I think there is a reason why the last track introduced in the Booster Course Pass of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the last track was Wii Rainbow Road. And that's because it is a perfect Rainbow Road. This is the best Rainbow Road. Tags' opinion is absolutely correct. I love this. I love the theme. I love the track. I like when you fall off, you turn into a little meteor for a bit. I love this track. This is S plus tier 3.
Now, the fact that tags left just means that every video's gonna be so much worse. Anyways, Wii Rainbow Road, I think it's definitely, in my opinion, it's the most overrated Rainbow Road, but I'm not saying it's bad at all. Because I think there is a better Rainbow Road, and you cannot change my mind about it. But it will come up later. So I think it's S. Like, it's just S tier.
Yeah, I completely agree, Aipom, with exactly what you said. I'm fine with Rainbow Road being S plus tier. I don't really care. However, again, I just feel like the track is good. It's a objectively good track. I just feel like it's like kind of overrated, like overhyped. I feel like it isn't like isn't too amazing to me. Where like I'm dying to play it and I want to do it every single day, but like I still enjoy my time racing on it. I just feel like every time I hit, oh, Rainbow Road's the best. Oh, I love Rainbow Road. Oh, I can never get enough of it. I'm like, there's 2 Rainbow Roads that are on top of this. I don't understand why you're this hyped for it. It still is a good track, but I feel like compared to like the other S tiers, I feel like this is the one where like it's gonna go to the very bottom, just because I feel like I don't get the hype as much. But I completely understand if you like this track. I'm not gonna fight you against it if you don't.
I think personally this track is perfectly hyped. I do not think it's overrated. I think it is the best, the penultimate Rainbow Road. I love it so much. And I know the other Rainbow Roads that you guys are probably referencing to are really good, but just know, as a guy who loves Wii Rainbow Road, I cannot, under any good mention, put those 2 Rainbow Roads above this one. This one's way too good for me.
Fair enough.
This
Okay.
This is completely off topic.
All right. Well, I'm going to now retreat to the shadows because I don't think I played this one either.
Crazy.
Okay.
That
is gonna be the end of part 1. But if you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, comment, and we will carry on the tier list later. But yeah, I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.